Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the beam and welcome into Cap Distraction Week as we sit here for the Tuesday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. I am your host, Sam Freeze, as always, joined in the room by Cap along with LG running the show under the same roof.
Come on, Bellinger. You've been garbage.
We start this show with no outs in the bottom of the ninth, runners on first and second.
Yeah, that's a run.
Is it one? Are they going to send him down two? No, you don't risk it. So we are Red Sox up 3-1. I call it Cap Distraction Week because I knew this one wasn't, well, unless this thing ends up going 16, 17 innings like LG predicted before you got here. I knew you were going to be either riding high or lower than a crippled cricket's ass after whichever way this game went. And we are apparently in for some fireworks with bases loaded, no outs, bottom of the ninth, Yankees trailing 3-1. But also, it's Cap Distraction Week because I didn't realize until I looked at the schedule this week.
Yeah.
49ers play Thursday night.
I told you that last Thursday.
I know, but you could have told me 5 minutes ago, and there's a good chance I still would have forgotten. So yeah, we are fighting through massive distractions as we plow through another week here on the Sports Cave, where we find ourselves 22 days away from Spurs opening night, and I've got
bad news with them too, man.
Well, yeah, you would have
Fox.
Not what you want to hear from Media Day. We do have a little bit of Spurs news to talk about, as you mentioned there. De'Aaron Fox looking like he's going to miss the start of the season with the hamstring injury. But of course, it's Tuesday, so we've got a lot of weekend sports to catch up on, particularly baseball and how we got to the playoff matchups that we've seen all day today. Of course,
came down to the last game for two teams.
Actually, ironically, the Rangers played a major part in determining the American League matchups. Also, of course, got to recap a little bit of the Ryder Cup and college football. But as Tuesdays,
what a Ryder Cup! God, man, there was excellence this weekend.
It was a big quad box weekend, as I'll talk about in my weekend recap, because I also learned something about quad box. I think Google's a little racist, and I'll tell you why.
Is Grok hanging out with Google's AI? Or
how's that for a teaser? Google is racist, and I'll tell you why next on the Sports Cave. No, got some. Of course, got to talk the golf. I've had an entire 2 days now of hearing people talk about how basically clutching the pearls and talking about how inappropriate the upstate New York fans were for the Ryder Cup. So we'll talk about that. We had a crazy field rush Friday night, actually, in college football. Another pearl clutching moment. If you
I messed
listen,
this up.
What'd you do? Did you rewind back to the beginning of the game?
Someone said 1 out, and I'm like, man, how we? Oh, shh.
Hey, we didn't even make it 3.
I said shh.
Okay, yeah, I didn't hear the T. FCC, please make note. There was no T there. Very, very low T. And then, of course, Tuesday nights mean Cowboy notes, Cowboy recap from only a Cowboy type of game from Sunday night against the Packers, and the rest of NFL Week 4 recap in the main seggy. Of course, close it out with some lightning round, but are we back caught up live now?
I think someone's ahead of us in the chat. Do not ruin this for me, please.
Okay, for the love of God, chat. I've got to do a show I've got to do 2 more hours with Cap after whatever transpires over the next 5-10 minutes. I already know. Again,
some might say we should have waited like 10 minutes before we started the show.
Well, some might say we wouldn't have. Some might say appointment setting, as LG would tell you, is more important than any outcome of a first game.
Ice front here, sir. I'm looking right at you.
Well, look, this is where the beauty.
I'm watching it with my side eye.
Oh, I have. No, do you not know this about me? I have no peripheral.
No peripheral?
I can't see my hand right now. That's not a bit.
Was it like sunken eyes or something?
That's how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get taken out from the side.
I think that he might not be able to get a driver's license.
The natives on the plains are gonna get me with an arrow, and I'm not even gonna see it coming from the side.
Oh God.
It's been a struggle my whole life, Cap. Thank you for acknowledging that.
It's a real one, man.
The beauty of the audio format that a lot of y'all still choose to listen to instead of watching the YouTube stream. The beauty of the audio format is nobody knows which direction my eyes are going. Nobody even knows if my eyes are open. As we play the art of radio, it's distraction week. I'm distracted on your behalf because I know you dropped first game in these wonky 3-game series.
Why are we not putting a guy that's, I don't know,
down to the final out?
Why aren't we putting a pinch runner on third?
We also have a late night game to be distracted by as well. So
I don't really care about that.
Oh, well, good. Well, then I'll know. This is why I hope they get hit a double, clear the bases, win this thing 4-3, so I can have your full attention.
You'll have a happy Cap. And, I'm literally putting something in front of the chat so Chris Gonzalez does not ruin it for me.
Chris, for the love of God, I would normally promote antagonizing my part. Oh, that's great, yeah. Look, that's San Antonio ingenuity right there. I know you had a hard week with the picks.
Oh, buddy.
With our 5 picks we're doing. I know it's going to be a hard week because you're going to be so distracted. Unfortunately, I have to tell you what the national day is as well.
Peaks and valleys, sir. Uh-oh.
It's a lot of valleys for you this week because today is National AI in Work Day.
We gave
how silly is that?
Gave the enemy a holiday?
It's the
Is there a National Nazi Day?
It's the inaugural one.
What about National Mussolini Day? Let's give him one.
Is that not 420, Hitler's birthday?
That's not a holiday.
No, but I mean
it's a holiday for something. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's been co-opted for other reasons. No, it is the inaugural National Artificial Intelligence in Work Day. It's a mouthful.
Yeah, you know what, man? We are getting too comfortable with this damn AI, dude.
Even to further your point even more, it's the first one today, and it was founded by LinkedIn. So everyone celebrate accordingly as we ride along for the next couple hours here. LG, before we get into any of the real meat of the show tonight, why don't you tell the good people how they can help support the program? If you aren't massively distracted by baseball yourself, or
that's okay.
Hey,
There's nothing important going on right now in baseball.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Now you can help the show out by subscribing to this thing.
All right.
While Cap is distracted.
We're gonna have a cranky Cap for the next 2 hours, LG.
Yeah.
I'm
no
over
different
it.
than
they
the
had
other day.
one ace. We're gonna get them the next 2 games.
There we go. That's positivity.
Positive
I love it.
thinking.
Keep that mindset as we traverse the run sheet. No, LG, tell them. Sorry, as we were so rudely interrupted by a Yankee fan.
Hit that subscribe button. That's the best thing you can do for us right now. To help us get to 1,000, you can also jump in the super chat if you so please, and give us a little bit of your money.
Yeah, the super chats were. I think we determined we're going to hit them right before we go into the lightning round, so we don't forget. And I even told myself I'm going to make a note. I will make a note right now. Ask LG about
Why do we
super
not
chat.
pinch hit Rice? Why do we? We were talking earlier about that. I mean, do you want to say it for the baseball? Like, my dad's even trolling me right now.
About Yankee. Oh, yeah, Dad.
Yeah, he wants. Yeah,
You should answer it on there.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey.
started a monster.
This is going to be. Hold on.
Oh, that was a hell of a game.
Tell
You've been
him-
trolling me all game, man.
Tell him he is live right now.
Oh, you are live on the air.
Yeah.
No cuss words.
So that we don't get any kind of. Oh, and he went silent, folks.
You nervous?
They should have left Freed or whatever his pride
Yeah, they should have left him in.
left him in.
Totally.
Yeah, you're a
Absolutely.
You're a good Monday morning quarterback, Dad. Well, anyway, I know it's past your bedtime right now, Pops. Let me give you a shout tomorrow.
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying his baseball now. He's spot on. Max Fried. Why are we going to the bullpen? Especially
he was struggling.
when you know your pitcher's got to go 3 batters. Well, I think you're better off sticking with I agree with Pops. He's spot on.
Oh my God! Don't boost his head up, dude.
Ask him who he's got in this Reds-Dodger. Do the Reds have a chance to?
All right. Who do you got in the
spark-
Reds?
You know,
The Reds are the Cincinnati Reds or Los Angeles Dodgers. Who do you got?
He's considering.
Oh, he hung up on me.
Ah, we flew too
I think he
close
didn't
to
like
the
me
sun.
telling him to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably the start of.
He was a little sauced.
That's why I was worried potentially about. We should probably alert him that he is being broadcast. LG, you also mentioning the subbies. Subs are absolutely free on YouTube. We'll never charge you a dime there, and we really, really appreciate the ones that keep coming in as we continue to grow to 1,000. The next big check mark. 1,000 subbies will get us just more exposure on YouTube, get our videos out, potentially in front of more people. The Super Chats being open at 500. I mentioned I've got a note now. We're going to hit the Super Chats. If y'all do throw any out there throughout the show, we're going to hit the Super Chats right before Lightning Round, unless they're directly on topic. So like when we're talking Ryder Cup, if you throw out something Ryder Cup related, we'll get to it then. If it's off topic, still throw it out there, and we'll make sure we get to it before the Lightning Round. Also,
look, Shohei hit a home run.
Another
first at bat.
record, Dodgers home run record.
Shut up.
Also, LG should also remind the people we have a Christmas list. Basically, we have a wedding registry for the show for anyone. If you don't need to have your super chat read, but you want to help support the show financially, there is a list of equipment as well as a 1993 Honda Civic.
Come on, you cough up a bucket, cheap bastard.
That you could pay to help out the show, help grow the show. I think we usually put that in the show notes here on YouTube as well. So all the different ways you can support, we appreciate them all equally. Although some of them help us a little more than equally, but the least we ask for is definitely give us a subby if you can, if you feel so inclined. We got a lot to get to tonight, so let's get right to it now that we are not distracted by baseball. Fellas, we had a bit of I'm not one to celebrate, but we had a bit of a minor anniversary today.
6
September,
months?
6 months on
6
the
months.
dot. And you know how I realized it was our 6-month anniversary?
Opening day.
Nope.
No?
I got a haircut today.
Oh, buddy.
If you remember
Do
back.
you literally put that in your calendar?
So I'm making I had gotten 3 haircuts in 18 years. And I'm now determined to get it cut every 6 months.
You know what's funny?
Tell me.
I got an appointment Sunday to get my hair cut.
Hey, see?
Look at that.
'Tis the season. I don't know if it's noticeable or if she actually cut any off, but
It's shiny.
well, thank you.
It got a little sheen to it,
Thank
sir.
you. So I go to the same girl that does the roommate's hair. She's got
Yeah.
the nice pink, all kinds of crazy actual
They need a permit or just
1,000 subbies. Perm for
or
1,000
like a
subs.
wave, or like give me something. Give me a wave. Get
As long as it doesn't involve losing any length.
I've
so
gotten
to
a
speak.
Brazilian blowout.
Whoa!
Yo, hold on. You're thinking something else. Which, that could be a sub. That could be
1,000
1,000
subbies.
I've always been interested. I'm like, how much is that paying?
I would feel so sorry for the poor attendants that would have to give you and I Brazilian wax.
Oh, I got some homegirls like, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, you want to see me taint up?
Yeah, you say that now, but I think if you were actually put on the spot and said, okay, no, we're really doing that,
I'm all holding my legs up.
I hesitate to think the poor soul that would have to do that. But 1,000 subbies and Brazilian
But no.
wax and a perm.
No, a Brazilian blowout is supposed to straighten your hair because my hair like gets real puffy after I shower. But that thing takes like 3 hours. I didn't know. My homegirl owns a Koi Salon. Shout out to the ladies there. I got a hat for my friend Kim.
Shout
I'm
out
not
to
wearing it
free
today
publicity.
because it was Yankees playoffs, but I will wear the hat.
Oh,
next
whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa! Are you doing side deals now where you're going to
She
wear
gave it-
merch
hey,
on
hey, She
camera?
gave me a free hat. I'm like,
Okay.
She's like, you got to wear it on
I
the show.
do have
And I
the
was like,
which
darn.
way? Yeah, there it is. The free hat from
Yeah.
your other buddy back here on the
Waffle
It Made
Monkey.
the Shelf. That's right.
Close to being racist.
Well, minor detail.
But there are a ton of monkeys in Costa. I remember playing the TPC course in Costa Rica. And
oh yeah, they're everywhere. I mean,
dude, yeah, they were
it's
running
a literal
across. They're running across the green.
rain or jungle.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was the most beautiful course I've ever played. It was like in the middle of a jungle.
I guess every golf course, like growing up for us, it was always snakes.
Snakes
Playing here
yeah.
in Texas, rattlesnakes, water
yeah.
moccasins down by the water. Out in Florida, of course, alligators. You see sometimes the guys even pat them, like the Florida born and raised.
Oh
golfers,
yeah, they
like
sit there and get them
Billy
on.
Horschel will go over and get an alligator out of the way. But yeah, I hadn't considered monkeys interrupting play on the golf course. So today is spot on. We did the first show with the three of us together on March 30th. So today is literally spot on the 6-month anniversary. And then actually back September 5th, earlier this month, was the 1-year anniversary of the whole
It's almost like
sports cave.
It's almost like baseball did it exactly 6 months.
Pretty spot on.
And
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
You
that,
know,
that
Royce, I'm gonna
covers
take your money. I don't like the comment.
that covers the whole run of baseball. So, which also, I think we should, between the three of us, take it as a source of pride that we did 6 months with no football to get this thing kicked back off.
Yeah, man, to get y'all to subscribe.
Look at this run sheet. Do you
Yeah.
see how much is on there?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back to that first. Well, there was a lot. This was the second show we
Yeah,
did.
That was the second.
Yeah.
That was a full week.
Here's one we did early. Not nearly as much. Here's one from even June.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much on the run sheet.
Yeah, but for y'all to support us through the grueling summer days of just baseball, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Also, if you missed it, last Friday I hosted Uncle Andy's show, the Andy Everett Show, on Ticket 760. If you haven't listened or if you didn't listen live, all those each episode
I
is.
didn't listen.
Well, guess what?
How'd you do?
Anywhere
Was
you
it like
get your
riding a bike?
podcast. Oh, yeah. No, it's always fun. It was me and Bartlett back in the same room. But anywhere you get your podcast, just search for it, The Andy Everett Show. If you
Sweet
missed
Andy.
that, did all of Friday as Andy was enjoying UTSA bye week as well as Ryder Cup. I mentioned the quad box weekend. Big quad box weekend. We had at one point I had a quad box of English Premier League soccer, Ryder Cup, and 2 college football games, and it was glorious. It was one of the better. Actually, no, I only had 1 college football game. I still had Fox News on the other. I just like to see their weekend talent. That's like their minor league games, because you watch Fox on the weekends to see what idiot's going to be on the big couch in 3 months.
God, man.
I like to see.
What's the up and comers that are like, hey, that escalator was horrible. They could have really hurt the person.
the guy running our military right now he was a former weekend host. So
Yeah.
I like to see who's going to
who's
be
gonna be our next cabinet member.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I kept an eye on that. But here's the problem with Quad Box that I realized over the weekend and also carried into today. We had Champions League soccer on this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I got 1 channel broadcasting in English, 1 channel broadcasting in Spanish. Guess what?
What?
You can't put the Spanish stations in a quad box.
Oh,
I'm telling. That's why I
America.
said Google.
America.
Google might
I
have
was
some
wondering. I
answering
was
to
like,
do. Google owns
do you have
YouTube.
TV?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I had that. I couldn't figure out how to customize. Like, can you customize, or it gives you the ones like they
It's finicky. You can, but sometimes when you click on a predetermined one,
Yeah.
then you can't go back and customize it. And it's also, I think certain channels have like an embargo where like we never want to be in a quad box with this channel. It's a very turf war type situation.
This is a titillating
like,
conversation
I
for
think
people.
I think
to
E
hear.
and Bravo are cutthroat with each other. You can't have them in a quad box, but
It's the Crips and Bloods.
Yeah,
You know? Don't mix them.
yeah, Unimas not allowed in a quad box, unfortunately. And then the only other thing we mentioned going back to last week, do you remember our plea to local established titan of the wing industry here in San Antonio, Wayne's Wings? We were talking
Yes.
about them on the show last
I
week,
said
right?
you need to treat your lady. 'cause
Absolutely,
'cause
best wings in town.
You stepped in the.
Yeah, I might have
ants.
waffle stomped our order of wings
Even
from.
snapped at her like, why would it be out there? I'll go
yeah.
check.
Also,
I'll go check, man. I guess.
outside of me, even if I hadn't stepped on it or kicked it, also they were already covered in ants because I had let it sit out there for so long while she was asleep. Yes, I remember all of that. But all of that to say, we had a big one at the Alamo Dome Saturday night.
Yeah.
I made some good money, good money on parking Saturday night.
Oh, buddy.
45,000 plus piled into the dome to see Chris Brown
Oh, that's right, man. Those thirsty
and his
girls,
domestic assault tour.
They don't, man. They get turned on by that.
Oh, dude. Okay, I'm glad you said that
It
because
makes, it's like weird. I like some of the strongest women that I know that are like very, like I hold my own 2 feet, blah blah blah. Just very independent.
you got to separate the art
They
from the
love
artist.
some Chris Brown.
Yeah, separate the art from the artist, Cap.
Would I go see Michael Jackson today?
Of course you would. You know you would.
I would.
And you'd wear a mask like an ICE agent, so you
he made Thriller, man.
Yeah, see,
Thriller.
that's what I'm saying. Chris Brown is no MJ, but you mentioned it.
Maybe Rihanna deserved it. Don't cancel me. I'm playing.
The crowd that rolled through the neighborhood for that show I thoroughly enjoyed watching their work because you know my battle with our local police department when it comes to massive shows like that.
Yeah.
They shut down different streets every time. There's no consistency. Sometimes there's a cop just with his car blocking literally the end of my street, so I have to tell him, get his ass out of the way so I can go to my house. That happened one time when it got into a yelling confrontation where I just parked my car on Hackberry and had to walk over and tell him, like, dude, move. That's my house.
Yeah.
You know who else doesn't appreciate cops telling them what to do?
Drunk girls.
Drunk girls trying to get to Chris Brown, who have been pre-gaming for hours. Buddy, there were
buddy.
so many cars that were just stopped in the middle of the street yelling at cops to get out of the way, and the cop just like, go, you can't go this way. It was, and of course,
they're all staring at their phone for the map quest.
of
and
course.
It's like,
And I'm just sitting on my front porch, just burning a heater, enjoying every second of it.
I would
It
have been
was
out there with like a
spectacular.
bouncer clicker and be like, how many girls am I going to see trying to pull down their mini skirts while walking?
Yeah, there was a lot of that
Dude.
too. A lot of that.
Like, I would sit there when I like worked at the club. I'm like, every girl that's like walking, I'm like, let's see which one's hiking down their mini skirt. And
Just
because
give
it's
it
like
time.
It's just riding up the ass.
Just
And I'm
give it
just like-
time. Well, and the amount of people that did that on their way in versus the amount of people that just had their whole ass hanging out on the way out because they didn't care about anything at that point. If they had any strong leanings on geopolitical events in the world, they couldn't have cared less after walking out of that show.
buddy.
There was very little concern. But all of that to say, did you see what he ate before the show? Even gave him love on Instagram. Shouted him out directly.
He ate some wings?
He ate some Wayne's Wings. He had got a giant order.
Ooh, Wings is going to be busy for the next month or two.
Ordered like $150 worth of wings and 4 or 5 different flavors. Gave Wayne some big love on the gram.
God, wow. Good job, Wayne, dude.
Yeah, I thought you would be happy to know
That's
that.
good, man. Hey, that man needs to open up stores, and if he needs a money backer, I will take out a loan.
You heard it first.
I will
Yeah.
partner with that.
Look,
partner with you.
I don't have much collateral to put up, but that would be something I would invest in. It's like if I could go back and invest in Bitcoin, I feel like that would be not like if I could. I would do anything to invest in more Wayne's locations.
Bro.
I love them so much.
I had this. I mean, it had to be 15, maybe 17, 18 years ago. A nerdy friend of mine literally bought all these miners. Bitcoin miners would have a $20,000.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Is your friend's name Jeffrey?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What is this? I don't know.
Buying miners?
Oh.
Oh.
No, didn't. But no, like he literally had to put like a mini split air conditioner in his garage. His electricity bill was $10,000 a month. So, but CPS would work out deals with him because he knew what he was doing. That dude had to have had at least like 1,000 Bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? And like he even told me, he's like, "You need to get on this." And I'm like, bro, I was like, get your nerdy ass.
I think
outta
that puts
here.
him on like the top 100 richest people in the world now.
He went a little psycho.
Well, yeah, I hear that.
In and out of the institution.
I hear that happens.
One of my friends he was going out with still stalks her to this day for 10 years later.
Oh, no.
Like he is
Oh no.
he is a person to watch, a person of like someone you should not sell a gun to.
Well, take that as a lesson, kids. All the money in the world.
Listen to their sketchy friends.
Yeah.
They like they're
LG,
smart.
do you remember the guy? It was I mean, it's been probably 15 years now, but there was a guy that bought it was Domino's or Papa John's. It was right when they were open. They're like, you can buy pizza with Bitcoin now, and he spent like.
Oh yeah, I think he spent like one Bitcoin. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
it was like a full Bitcoin.
What?
Like,
No, it was like four. It was more than that.
I think- I was about to say, I
think
think-
it was like 14 Bitcoin.
it was something because it hadn't grown in value yet.
Yeah, it
so
wasn't
Hey.
worth a lot.
You know who has a Bitcoin?
But like now, that would have been. It was like a $3.7 million pizza.
It was just a proof of
this
concept
guy.
thing.
Yeah.
This guy right here has 1 Bitcoin.
Oh, don't be giving Ellie. Look at it.
Oh, you go snatch him up and
Yeah, he
kidnap
takes
him.
himself off camera real fast. He's like, I can't have people knowing I got bags like that. I think I have like.
I wish.
I think I have 0.037 of a Bitcoin. Something. It's like $38
You know what's crazy?
worth,
When-
whatever that
When
equates to.
Doge went crazy when they were trying to do that. I was in Colorado and they were trying to get Doge to $1. That was like the Reddit thing, which I never was Reddit, but I was watching Robinhood, the stock market, and like it was COVID time, so I was playing around.
Had a lot of
I was
free
like,
time.
dude, this is like gambling, this is like playing poker.
You're not
But-
wrong.
But we went on vacation with the wife, and that's when it boosted up. And I was not checking my phone, and I literally missed out on a lot. I made some money, but I didn't make the amount of money because like I would have sold at 70, like 80. It was like I think it went to 80 cents. But when I bought it, it was at 0.00005
Oh, so you had
cents.
a lot of growth there.
Yeah, boy. I put like $100 in. Yeah, I got about 5 figures back.
My favorite thing about
Then I got taxed like a mofo.
well, yeah,
dude.
that tends to happen. My favorite thing about crypto is like
Could have
out
been
of my
6 figures, man. If I was paying attention, I was like, ah.
out of my buddies that have made decent chunks off of it.
Yeah.
None of them are like finance guys. Like none of them. They're guys that would never own stocks. They're guys that would.
They're like internet gamers.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Or like I've got a couple dudes that they were working down in the oil fields.
Yeah.
And that one of the guys that they were working with got them turned on to it really early in the game, and now
You're working
they
12-hour
are
days and
loaded.
you're in a camp of nothing but dudes.
Right.
When you're bored, you're going to be on the internet playing video games.
a lot of
and, like,
crypto talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
they got in on it at the right time.
That's all we need is a bunch of oil men running the country. Hey, man.
Is that not what we're?
Couldn't be worse. Could be worse.
I mean, it's actually pretty much the exact same. I
Yeah.
mean, Jerry Jones hitting
gambler.
hitting on one glory hole, as he still calls it, that's basically the equivalent of picking the right crypto at the right time and striking generational wealth based off of that. Before we get too much further behind the clock, let's jump into the rest of our sports weekend because I ask you.
Mark the time right now. When I say mark, you got to write down the time because we're going to put tags on this just in case you want to skip around.
I ask you, do you have a Yankee minute?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I didn't know what kind of.
Give me a Yankee minute. I still got to celebrate one, sir.
Oh.
Sir. Sir. Thank you. All right. I still got to celebrate one hell of a season by MVP himself, Aaron Judge, and the not even supposed to be our ace, Max Fried, 19 wins. Had a slump, but he was leading the league in ERA for half the season. He tied the league in wins, or second. I think someone got 20. He was a hell of a pickup. He's going to be around. He gave up 0 runs tonight, 6 1/3 inning. I can't wait to see work done. Rodon's going to come in hot tomorrow. We're going to get back on track. We're going to beat up that green monster. Like, Boston has one pitcher, Crochet, who is 3-0 against us. Yes, he has our number, but we almost got him, except for our bullpen. The damn bullpen. But later on, we'll be giving you some Judge stats. You just sit and wait, sir.
It wouldn't. Thank you, LG. It wouldn't be an episode of the Sports Cave without random Aaron Judge facts that nobody asked for, but you're gonna get. Damn,
You're gonna get them.
Yeah,
You're gonna get them today.
You mentioned the call to the bullpen. We were talking pre-show a little bit.
Oh, goddamn!
Throw
Weaver.
it. Okay, now I knew once we started talking
you
Yankees.
can't put those two words in there? Oh.
No, the Mormons.
That's religious.
And the rest of
that is separation of church and state, man.
We were talking before.
I said, gosh.
And I completely agree with you. But the fact that they don't ease up on the amount of pickoff throws in the postseason games, and they still have the 3-batter minimum
On relievers.
in playoff baseball,
You're in postseason.
that needs to change.
A reliever goes out there, and you can tell right away on the first batter that he doesn't have his stuff. His nerves have got to him. And then he has to face 3 more batters. That literally changed the game to a loss to a win for us.
Well, and also when
Or a win to a loss.
when the offensive team, when the hitting team knows that as soon as they see the pitcher starting to falter, they know he's got to go 3, so they're lining up pinch hitters now. So it shifts all of the advantage to the hitting team.
Yeah, and they can get in that mindset, and they can sit there and study up on the pitcher and everything like that. They need to update that rule,
Especially considering the rule. The rule is made to keep a late May, early June game from lasting 4 hours.
Yeah, if you're gonna take away the ghost runner,
right,
for a postseason,
exactly,
and you're gonna give him 5 more seconds on the pitch clock.
That's right. They adjust the pitch
Why
clock
don't
as
you
well.
adjust all the ones that you are trying to make the game faster? Because in the postseason, you don't want the game faster. You want to sell ads.
No, I want to see Joba Chamberlain being attacked by bugs and taking 30 minutes to throw at the top of one inning.
Was that the Locust game or was that?
That was the Locust one in Cleveland, right?
Yeah,
I think
Cleveland.
it was.
They've had a couple in Cleveland, man. Like,
that's Cleveland for you. I think that
they're riddled with bugs.
Yeah, even the insects hate it there. It's the Midwest. As a Yankee fan, I know you're going to tell me you have total faith that these next 2 games are going to go your way, but
yeah, well, hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I mean, we have the advantage in Rodon. All right, and he's still a lefty pitch. Like, you saw their batting, like how a left-handed pitcher dominated them. Now, the third game, the good thing is we have home field. They don't have another dominant left-hander, so we're going to be putting all our lefties out there because we didn't play Jazz, we didn't play Ben Rice, we played Goldsmith, and we played the guy we picked up that second, which I don't think we should have done that.
LG was talking about before you got here. There was a game where Paul Goldschmidt hit a massive walk-off homer when LG was broadcasting play-by-play for Texas State when he was in college.
Buddy.
Yeah, because we were talking about, I wish we had that footage. I wish we still had that audio somewhere
man. Yeah.
to hear little LG calling a future MLB player.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer, man. Like,
He's right on the fringe.
He was an NL MVP 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, he's. I think the
Yeah.
numbers.
He's not going to be first ballot.
No. It would be a later push to get him in.
But
I'll show you this.
They got to reframe that. They got to reframe that, especially.
You see that text message?
Look at that long bill.
So I got this from my buddy Truman. So y'all remember Truman? He's been on the show before.
Yeah.
He texted me. He's all of a sudden a Red Sox fan, starting literally with this year. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what kind of
bandwagon.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, he is full-on Red Sox fan, and he just texts, Beantown running through my mind, like the old 90s.
Oh, my God.
So I just replied with this screenshot that read as follows. The Red Sox integration refers to the team's historic delay in accepting black players into their roster, making them the last Major League Baseball team to integrate their roster. This finally occurred on July 21st, 1959, when Pumpsie Green debuted, though the team had made earlier attempts to sign black players in their minor league system. The team's owner at the time was particularly known for resisting integration, which led to accusations of racial discrimination and forced action from the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination.
Why would you call
Go
him a
Yankees.
racist? Why would you call him a racist?
Why? I mean, he just didn't want black players on his team. Why would you? Why did we have to get the government
He's
involved?
trying to create
in
a
that?
cohesive playing unit, so you got to keep the darkies out.
And sure, it took over a decade for him to have a black player on his roster after Jackie Robinson
what you
debuted.
mean Boston's racist?
No way, right? No way.
The Celtics. Oh, Bill Russell's still getting. He couldn't go to certain hotels down in the South.
I don't see how you're ever racist against Bill Russell if you're born and raised in Boston. It makes. I mean, racism makes no sense to begin with, but that one. That really makes no sense.
Oh, man.
We mentioned, obviously, the matchups we have now are because of what happened over the weekend. And look, if my Rangers...
How's y'all's Astros doing, huh?
If my Rangers aren't going to have a winning season, if they aren't going to make the playoffs...
Come at me, bro.
The best I can ask for is for them to indirectly eliminate the Astros from postseason contention. But did you see how it happened specifically?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it like a botched play?
It was a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. Yeah. It was a hit by pitch walk-off that gave the Indians the win they needed to eliminate the Astros.
One would say that was intentional.
So let me add some more context to it. It's only the third hit by pitch that Robert Garcia has ever had in his career.
And he's like,
and it's his first one this season.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like almost like Tampa, giving up 14 runs on the last game where it decided if the Yankees get the 3-game series or go straight to the wild card game.
It's hard not to think that there might have been some potential motivation there on the Rangers' behalf. Yeah. The other news, Rangers-wise, though, we did. This is a weird one because from all reporting, it sounds like Bochy was interested in coming back, but then we get the news that it's a mutual parting. Both sides agreeing that...
Sure, it's always mutual when they're like, hey, we're going to take millions of dollars away from you.
Yeah,
and
I mean...
fire you.
Well, this one was just...
I wanted to leave anyway.
It was a 3-year contract.
I wanted to leave anyway.
And he got him the World Series.
Yeah.
But since then, it's been 2 losing seasons. Well, I guess this one's not... They finished 81 and 81. But it sounds...
It finished in a tie?
Yeah, it's so
in DFW?
It was a weekend of ties across the Metroplex.
What a gross thing. That's so un-American.
You would think we wouldn't allow that in our sports. But no, Bochy apparently, from all of the reporting I had read or have been reading now, he was still and might still be interested in managing further, which is funny because the Giants are open now. They're looking for a new manager. So
Yeah.
might see Bochy return to San Fran if he is serious about.
San Fran's got to get some bats, man. Like, they always got good relief and pitching, but they just, ever since Bonds. Well, I mean, they did,
Yeah,
it was Kung Fu Panda. Who was the third baseman?
Oh, big old boy. Oh, my goodness.
He went to the Red Sox and just
yeah,
laid
'cause
an egg.
I think of
Because I can't say other words.
I think of Hunter Pence and
What's his name? But they call him Kung Fu Panda.
yeah, Pablo Sandoval.
Sandoval.
There you go.
Yeah. I enjoyed those, especially with, what's the little wiry kid that just was good for.
Well, I didn't enjoy them because they beat the Rangers in the 2010 World Series with Boch
They
as
were like
the
the
manager.
Spurs because they won every other year.
And they would miss the playoffs. They would win the World Series, miss the playoffs, win the World Series, miss the playoffs. The rumor, not much of a rumor, it's been widely assumed, Skip Schumacher, the former manager of the year with the Marlins, he's been the Rangers bench coach the last 2 years under Bochy. It was always assumed they brought him in to be a manager in waiting for when, although I think it was assumed for when Boch decided to leave. Now with it being more of a organizational move, I wonder if that's still the name
The
they
Rangers
go with.
didn't do any moves at the trade deadline.
Merrill Kelly was pretty big starting pitcher addition.
They got injured at the end when they were making a run.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Like,
They had
I don't see
$600 million on the IL for the last month of the season.
I mean, you can sit here and say, I mean, I was an avid Rangers watching. Like, I've watched almost every single Yankee game where, I can criticize Boone for taking out Max in the 7th and putting in Weaver. But, yeah, like, I didn't think he did that bad of a job with what he had.
No, I
think he needed to switch hitting coaches. You know what I'm saying? But, like, look at the Yankees last year, man. Like, year before last and all that. Like, none of our guys were above 300,
Yeah, I think if you're trying to pin Bochy as the scapegoat for the last 2 years, you're a bit misguided. That's a bit misdirection of force, especially with, like you said, the lack of investment over the last 2 years. After investing all of that, bring in Seager, Simeon, Gray, all of the guys that led to the World Series. Now, especially with Chris Young, president of operations, basically flat out, not basically, coming out and saying, we're going to have a decrease in payroll. We're going to have some we're not going to spend money. So I think that also was where Boch might have been like, well, I've seen what that looks like for the last 2 years.
So
I'm not as interested as I was.
Here I came with some hard stats, fact-checked. So you want to know the seeds and how much money they spent on their team lines out for this postseason.
I would love to, because the only other baseball note I had was the Mets collapse.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's so great. Speaking of payroll.
Hey, how's that Soto contract?
Yeah, speaking of payroll. Yeah, give it to me.
So the Toronto comes in 5th with $253 million because they signed Vladimir Guerrero during the middle of the season to the big contract.
Yeah.
Seattle 161 comes in at 15th because I think that Suarez, they had to take on his contract. Cleveland, sweet Cleveland, $100 million.
Yeah, what's that? Barely.
That's 25th.
Yeah.
25th. New York Yankees, $299. We're number 3. But we're New York Yankees. Come on
Dodgers,
now.
Mets, 1 and 2.
Yeah. Then we got Boston, 12 at $200 million.
That's low for Boston.
Yeah, I know that scares me.
It's because they got off the Devers contract.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's a big chunk of that.
So, and then Detroit comes in at 17 at 156, which is they're going to have to pay Skubal if they're going to only keep him, which he had, 14 strikeouts in the game earlier
The dude's
today?
Unreal.
Dude, the guy, oh my
He's
God.
so ridiculous.
And he'll hit you in the face with the baseball.
Yeah, it's intimidation factor.
Hey, man, he was so distraught after that, man. He looked like he just saw death.
I think we talked about it. Like, he ended up talking to Voit, the Guardians manager, because he was trying to figure out what hospital they had taken him to and all that, because he was going to go visit. But he ended up I didn't realize this part of it. He rode from the stadium that night with the Guardians manager together to the hospital.
Oh, that's
to
class,
go
that's
visit
class
him.
act.
Yeah,
That's class act. All right, so then now we're going to the NL. Milwaukee, who finished out with the most wins in the league in all of baseball, 23rd at 116 mil.
God, I'm surprised they even
Yeah.
more than the Guardians.
Philly, number 4 in the league, 289, just below the Yankees. And then the Dodgers, they finished 3rd in the NL, $349 million. That
is a
they are
lot
the
of
number
money.
1. Chicago Cubs, cheap year in my opinion, 210. San Diego.
Where's that put the Cubs? Do you have it?
The Cubs, they're actually playing in the wild card game.
No. But I mean, in the total 10th. Okay,
10.
So still top
And
10.
Just right above them, San Diego at 217, and then Cincinnati with 22. They're ranked 22 at 119.
Wow. So the Reds have a higher payroll than both the Guardians and Tigers, and Brewers.
Yeah,
I didn't realize the Reds had
Yeah.
that much invested into the roster. Do you remember?
it doesn't seem like Cincinnati's like they used to be a baseball town with
Yeah, it's the
big red
traditional
machine,
baseball town.
But
They had a few runs there for a little bit with like Adam Dunn.
yeah,
and
done. I was about to say the home run batter.
Wasn't Sean Casey there for a while too during some of those good years?
Yeah.
They've had some random pop. Well, Griffey was on. Those were playoff teams
that's
late in his
true.
career.
When Griffey came back off from being hurt.
Yeah.
and whatnot.
This is going to be a very old man moment, but I still remember when it was a big deal if a team had over $100 million payroll. That was insane. How do you spend over $100 million on a bad baseball
Why are
team?
you being an old man on me? It's
I don't know, 'cause I
it's like my
remember,
friend over there. This country's going to hell.
Well,
And I'm
well,
like,
it's
dude,
because we're
you're officially old right now.
It's because baseball teams are spending $349 million on a roster. That's just such an astronomical number. I think it does, because the years I'm describing are like late 90s, early 2000s. Half the league was still under $100 million payroll. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that it wasn't quite as crazy as it is now.
Man,
We'll definitely. I mean, we got the Dodgers-Reds game on now. We'll keep an eye on baseball, of course.
by the time we come back on Thursday, we're gonna know who won to get into the play.
We'll have them all
These are
mapped
the playing games to the wild card game.
And they're not taking any days off, right? So it's boom, boom, boom.
I think
Or do
Thursday
you
they're not gonna play.
Okay.
So I think it starts Friday, and that Friday goes straight into the series, the best of 5, right?
Which
Yeah.
also avoids them going up against
the NFL.
the NFL. Which, although, did you see baseball ratings through the roof this year?
Oh yeah.
Massive
Because
increase.
one Aaron Judge.
Well, I think again, as we
and
saw
some other people, I guess.
when they
but-
changed I still think it's the rule changes more than anything else. When they changed the rules, viewership spiked again,
Yeah.
and then it grew even more.
and also they're letting the players like it's almost like they let the players do the end zone dances and like. on
No, the
home
game
runs.
threes are Thursday. Yeah, they're just having more
They're
fun with it.
Thursday?
The game threes would be all day
Oh,
Thursday.
that's right. Tuesday. I keep on forgetting that
That
we
we're
do
not
this show on
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. I know, because when you said that, I thought, well, that makes sense. They don't want to go up against the NFL. But
Yeah,
no,
we need to. I'm gonna be really distraught.
look, if it's Yankees and Niners,
We might do a Friday show, gentlemen.
well,
We'll come in and put holes in
That is-
LG's house walls.
although, how do we get to 1,000? How do we get to 1,000 subbies?
Yeah,
That might be good content. That might be good.
just me bitter.
Before we get into the football weekend, let's mention the Ryder Cup.
Let's talk about the Ryder
What,
Cup.
but what do you want? Okay, let me ask you then. What's your big takeaway?
We sucked at foursome once again. 4-ball. Mm-hmm. We never do good at 4-ball. The Europeans dominating us. The crowd being completely uncontrollable. Then you got DeChambeau and Rory fighting and the caddies fighting.
Okay,
on the second day.
Let's start there.
Scheffler, only person to be an ace, which means you play all 4 games on 4-ball.
Yeah, how'd he do?
0-4.
That's right.
0-3.
Yeah.
Because he didn't play one. He went 0-3. He's the only person to ever do that.
That's the history of the Americans at the Ryder Cup in my lifetime. The best players in the world, Tiger, Phil, Scotty, underperform at the Ryder Cup.
Scotty made his Scotty actually got put on the map on not the last Ryder Cup, but the one before when he was partnered up with Patrick Reed.
Yeah, it wasn't that one in Rome last.
Yeah, no, that was here, and he actually did lights out. Like he was one of the best players. It was him and Reed were the two main people that were like keeping us in it, who got us to a win. Then whatchamacallit, supposedly someone cursed, a New Yorker cursed and Golf Bro and threw a cup of beer on Rory's wife.
Yeah, so this is the Ryder Cup golf. They dominated 2 days. It was a valiant last-second comeback, but they fell short.
Dude, you want to talk about? I've never seen.
I want to
somebody
talk about
burnt-
the crowd more.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to the crowd, but let's get to the ending. We almost make a historic comeback. No Ryder Cup team has ever come back from 5 points down.
And it was a hell of a comeback.
We were 8.
But it also, Fleetwood missed a putt that would have put it away. Justin Rose missed a putt on both of them on 18.
We can talk
that
all
would have
about
put
the
it
putts.
away.
That happens.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, we almost came back, and then we got Lowry hitting it with the third to last man. He hits it, and I've never seen someone so overjoyed. He's won the Open.
Oh, yeah.
He's won a major.
And
He said this is everything.
Do you know where he won the Open? In his home
Ireland.
country.
Yeah, in Ireland.
Yes.
He said that wasn't as good as this.
No.
And that's how much we were pissing them off. You know, the crowd, like, it was like we were eating at them and just being the most uncontrollable people. No class in the game of class, which is golf.
Sure. Okay.
Everybody be polite. This is
Sure.
supposed to be a very classy game like tennis. You know.
Justin Thomas was trying to keep the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing his best.
He birdied on 18 to get us a point. That was solid.
JT's my man.
Oh, man. And it comes down to Victor. Luckily, it didn't come down to this because they got to change this rule.
Yeah.
Victor Hovland, injured. They get a half point. Do I think that was intentional?
The envelope rule.
Do I think Victor could have played? Now, I know he didn't play the second game of the 4-ball on Saturday, but could he have pulled out the game there? Here's my thing. If you can't play, you forfeit, you lose. We should have got the full point. Luckily, it didn't come down to that.
Yeah.
You know?
That would have been a terrible storyline if that's what had to decided.
Lowry could have made the putt, and I'm wondering if the golfers would have turned it up or they turned it off. I think towards the end, like Morikawa, and because they already knew, hey man,
it's over.
We already, we can tie, but they retain. You know, they retain the championship. But that's got to I was talking to my dad, big golf guy, and I was like, there has to be some two home runs back to back. The captain's got to play, in my opinion. Either you have a reserve.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
You have a reserve on deck, or the captain steps in.
I like that idea.
Yeah,
I hadn't
he
thought
likes
about
that idea. That's a great idea because now you got to strategize who do you want to be captain,
or one of the vice captains, someone on the team stepping in like
has
that.
To step
I like
in,
that better.
You know, because getting rewarded because a half point could mean the championship.
Sure. No. That's in that format. That's
for getting
huge.
rewarded for saying, "Hey, I'm injured. I can't play." What if all of a sudden we needed just a point and a half to win in Europe next year, and then 3 of our guys get injured?
Sure. So
I would fake a car wreck and be like, all 3 of them are in the car. Their backs are torn. They can't play.
They were driving.
We win.
They were driving on the wrong side of the road. We're Americans. I'm sorry. We got confused. So for those that don't know,
some shenanigans.
The rule is the captain selects one player that, in case of injury to someone on the other team, the captain selects one player from his team that won't play the final day.
Yeah.
And that name gets put in an envelope, and then in case of emergency, they open it and say, all right, this was the guy I had sitting out. So that's what happened for, who was it? Harris. It was Harris English, right? Mm-hmm. That didn't play in the final day. All of that being said, the amount of people acting like they're surprised that American sports fans in the Northeast would literally call Rory the F word and not F you, but
Yeah. The
the
flower,
slur,
the flowery.
the slur F word, and that they would
It's
throw
not flaming.
they would throw beer and hit Rory's wife.
Yeah.
They would be so far over the line. The amount of people that I've listened to, all the talking heads talk about, it's ridiculous. This is not who we are. It's like,
Well, we've never acted like that before. This was the worst.
but look
This was the
around.
worst.
Go to the grocery store. Look at Look
Yeah.
at everyone around you. Go to a
Everybody-
restaurant.
Everybody's a little bit more of an a-hole.
It's almost like when you create a tone and a culture from the top, it trickles all the way down to every aspect. Don't act like you're surprised by how crazy and across over the line the fans were when you see it every day in America now. That's just who we are now.
But
And there's
like
if you want to talk about how, well, this is just not who we are as America. Like, no. It is. It is. And that's also why the Euros want to beat us so bad now.
But they're cheering for some Euros. Like, they're just cheering for golf in general when they go to a tournament. They want to just
Sure.
see. And, like, if it goes, they're going to probably cheer for the American a little bit. You might hear a USA
No,
thing.
but you drape them in the
But-
flag, and it's full nationalism, patriotism.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting, but, you know,
I don't know, I just-
entertaining, yes.
Very
but,
highly entertaining.
but it's like, I mean,
I just didn't have
what's gonna happen in 2 years? Where are we gonna put it? You know, like,
Well, 2 years back in Europe, where is it?
It was back-
I
I
heard
don't-
them talking about where. I think it's already set, and then
I think it's in France.
4 years. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Then 4 years back here.
France
I don't
or
know.
Italy or
I just
something
don't
like that.
have a whole lot of time for people now acting like we're morally better than this.
I wasn't
No, we're
shocked.
not. No,
I
we're
wasn't
not.
shocked.
It's like when people talk
we
about like
should be better than this.
this violence has never been how we handle it. It's like, actually, no, read a history. Like, did you listen in class? Violence is always what we choose to do. We're a
you
violent
slap
country.
him with the gun, you
Like-
slap him with the glove, and then you have a gunfight.
Like, this is who we are, y'all.
we settle
It's
things
not,
in government with a duel.
I'm not celebrating it. I'm just saying you might want to open your eyes
Yeah.
if you don't think that is the case.
If you want to delete history, you're going to be surprised a little bit about some stuff.
Do you have any firm opinion on just why? Is it because the Euros care more? Is it because it means more to them for whatever that means?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it-
because it was a European-born sport,
yeah,
and the Americans took over.
yeah.
You know, we are the dominant nation.
And we dominated it until they opened it up to all of Europe when it was just
Yeah.
America versus the UK. We dominated that until
Yeah.
79. The amount of the Euros have now won on American soil like 3 times since the year 2000. The
Yeah.
last time we did it was late 90s or early 90s, I think, actually.
It just shows like
93.
all they're telling, like the narrative that they're spinning is just like the cohesiveness. Like, we should have played this guy with this guy because they're friends and they play better with each other.
So basically, it's
and-
shoddy with the ping pong tables in the locker room and taking
Yeah.
all the Cowboys out to team dinners and building that camaraderie and that chemistry.
How's that working out for you?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, one side of the ball, it's working pretty good. The other side of the ball, not so much.
Ain't working too good.
That's a good shift. Let's jump into some football talk as we get
Mark it.
to the rest of the show. We got to start with college football. Not going to spend a whole lot of time. I mean, there were some marquee games, but really outside of the SEC, there were some good showdowns.
Alabama comes back into, fruition. They took what they
Yeah, it
did.
looked like potentially maybe old Alabama, at least for 1 week in Athens, Georgia.
Alabama!
They break Georgia's home winning streak. The game of the day, though, I think you would probably agree, Oregon's double overtime win in Happy Valley at Penn State's whiteout game. James Franklin falls flat in the front again in a top 6 ranked matchup.
Mm-hmm.
He is now, with that loss Saturday night, James Franklin is 2-21 against top 6 opponents. That's the second worst mark of any coach in FBS history.
Oh wow.
And number 1 on the list is actually surprising. until you think about how many times Florida State beat him, Frank Beamer, all those years at Virginia Tech.
Oh,
Beamer was 2-24.
I was like, I thought it was gonna be someone I knew. I'm like, I didn't know.
Oh, you don't remember old Frank Beamer when he's speaking of ties when he celebrated the tie?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a 0-0 tie. Yeah, James Franklin now second on that list behind Frank Beamer, worst winning percentage against top 6 teams. If you saw Dan Lanning after the game, he was geeked out of his mind. Potentially just on the excitement of winning that game and no other substances whatsoever, despite his oddly moving jaw. And yeah, Lanning was pretty torqued up. But
some might say some cocaine.
yeah, it does. It's such
He
a
took one too many Addies.
the Big Ten. That's more likely what it
Yeah.
was. The Big Ten is so weird where Oregon now is the team that outside of Ohio State.
I'm surprised their defense. I mean, they haven't gone up to anybody too good, and I was like thinking Penn State was gonna run on them a little bit.
Yeah, I thought
you know?
they'd have a
But-
more physical advantage.
But they stepped up.
Oregon's
you know?
got some studs, and they've specifically on the defensive side of the ball.
When is Oregon Ohio State?
They've spent a lot of that NIL money on defense because it's not hard to get offensive guys to go to Oregon.
Yeah,
With
They're
that-
like,
with
I was
the
like,
style.
oh, let me try to win a Heisman. Go to here. Who do we go to?
Let's see, when is
Alabama,
that?
Georgia, Oregon, USC.
Do they? Surely they meet up. They meet up in
They have-
conference this year. Well, the Big Ten, they don't play every team because the Big Ten is actually 16 teams. The Big 12 is 14
They're about to have,
teams.
so they're going to have a Big Ten East and Big Ten West, or what?
So I believe Oregon doesn't play Ohio State in the regular season. So they have number 8 Indiana.
So that's probably the game to look for the Big Ten champ.
It'd be your championship matchup,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
The only other
be a
ranked
great game,
teams
dude.
Oregon plays, the only other ranked team as of right now is the game 2 weeks or a week from this weekend. They're Oregon on bye this weekend. Next weekend they play number 8 Indiana, which again, the fact that Indiana is number 8 is also
They end up pulling out that game?
yeah.
Oh, wow. When I was flipping around.
Yeah, Indiana beat Iowa 20-15 on Peacock Network, I believe.
That's
is
why
where
I was kind of like, I was like looking
it
on
was
the
a weird.
app.
I flipped over a couple times. You mentioned Ohio State. They did go up against an undefeated team in conference. They went up against 3-0 Washington, but had no trouble handling the Huskies. Ohio State won that one.
My poor Huskies.
So if you about as much of that game as I remember was the first drive where Washington's head coach, dude that was at Arizona last year, they as a team they committed like 4 penalties in 3 plays. And one of the penalty was the head coach getting an unsportsmanlike when he ran onto the field and like swiped with his play card at an official.
Yeah.
Washington looked in over their head pretty early in that one. I mentioned
So Ohio State, good old Josh in the chat. They got a hard road. They got Penn State and Michigan, of course. Ohio, Michigan. Who does Oregon? What do they have any top 10 teams left, or like what's the next?
Yes, as I just said, the only other ranked
Oh.
team they have on their schedule is Indiana.
Indiana. That's right.
That's the only they play.
I just like when you say Indiana, I'm like
It's just
meh.
over. Yeah, it's like
Like,
no, because
The Hoosiers.
a top 10
Are
team.
they the Hoosiers?
Are we talking Are we talking Bobby Knight
Yeah.
basketball?
I was like, we're not playing college basketball right now.
Yeah, no. Oregon has a cakewalk the rest of the way.
Is that really a test?
at least on paper?
Or is Indiana going to get exposed? Come on, man.
I mean, I would, as a fan of chaos, this is shaping up to be one of my favorite college football years in a decade plus.
Because you think there's going to be some upsets?
Tell me who the best 5 teams in America are. Right now, tell me who you think the best 5 teams in America
Oregon,
are.
Miami. I'll give it to, man. I was going to say Georgia, but
I think you got to have Ohio State in
Ohio
there.
State. Then A&M. I think they're going to break in. They haven't lost yet, have they?
Nope.
They got that big win over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think they move in the top. Did they move in the top 5?
Just outside, they're 6th.
They should be. So who they got top 5 right now?
So out of all the teams you just listed,
Yeah.
you didn't say Ohio State. I'll claim Ohio State.
Yeah.
So let me give you 5 others that have just as good of an argument as the teams you said. Ohio State, Ole Miss, Oklahoma,
Ole Miss, great
Indiana, and give me Texas or Texas Tech even, who's undefeated and just outside the top 10. Now, I just think there's
Texas Tech, they're going to be a sleeper in the Big 12. But
There's
Arizona State, they came back and won that game.
that was like great. We're going to talk about Friday night here in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
I just think there are legitimately 8 or 9 teams right now that I believe could win 3 playoff games and a national championship.
Yeah.
And
Right.
there hasn't been a year like that I can remember
And we got Miami
in a
in
decade.
there.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Heritage brands. Listen to these. So you asked.
I would have put Florida State up there, but they lost.
Here's your top 10, top 12, okay?
Yeah.
Listen to these heritage brands. Ohio State, Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, A&M, Penn State, Indiana, Texas, Bama, Texas Tech, Georgia, LSU. There's your top 13.
Wait, who did they put in there over Indiana that has a 1 loss? Georgia?
No, Penn State. Penn State fell from number 3 to number 7 with the loss to Oregon. They stay
Is that
ahead
the only
of
one loss that has a loss that's ahead of a undefeated team?
not counting. So Tech is 4-0. They're
Yeah.
11. Iowa State's 5-0. They're 14th.
Yeah.
And then you're getting into like your Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech undefeated teams. But
Oh, buddy.
it's wide open.
Why are
Wide
they giving
open.
Penn State all that credit? So is Georgia in the top 7?
So Georgia fell to 12. They fell
Yeah.
from 5 to 12
How the hell did Georgia?
because Georgia
Because Penn
lost.
State. I don't
Georgia lost to number 17,
yeah.
Bama. All these rankings are stupid right now. I
Even
wish.
though Bama lost to who did they lose to?
Well,
2
it
weeks
was a
ago?
good game. It now looks like less of a good game. It was Florida State,
Florida State. Yeah.
which we got some footage from
Yeah.
Florida State's game. You have that, LG? Let's do that. Let's get to that now. So
I texted you right after this, man. I thought we were gonna have some maybe a death or a broken leg.
it looked like they're absolute again. Kind of like the Ryder Cup and the pearl clutching of like, oh, I can't believe.
But when I saw that, I was like,
it was a bit
I
concerning.
wasn't clutching my pearls, but it was definitely a concern. They were laying on the ground.
So Florida State loses in overtime at Virginia.
Yeah.
At Virginia Stadium that Florida State has had massive losses, like big upsets. Like Warwick Dunn, number 1 Florida State team, was beat
Oh,
there. They
Atlanta zone.
that
or no,
stadium.
was it Tampa? Done.
I think he's Tampa.
Tampa, yeah.
Original. The Florida or the Virginia Stadium has no barrier behind the end zone on one end,
Yeah.
and it's where all of the students, and it's a sloping hill down,
Yeah.
and all the students it becomes a makeshift student section. They just fill in the whole grassy area behind the end zone. But it leads to scenes like this one that we saw. This is from the perspective of the student section. This is that final play and just exactly what it looked like. It's the craziest field storming I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was like it was a straight mob. Look. On the ground, boom!
I mean,
Engulfed in a split second.
second and a half tops, and it's chaos.
Like,
2 kids still laying on the ground. Even the Virginia player who
Yeah.
broke up the pass.
and you got people way before that, like where a girl's getting trampled, and they're like, stop pushing, stop pushing. You know, we got getting crushed like Astro World stuff.
Yeah.
This is what this reminded me of, Astro
I had forgotten about that. That's a good call.
And I was like, dude, there's gonna be a death, and this is gonna be horrible, you know. And it's just like, I mean, they got to put a handle on this. This is gonna get fixed next time. But those 2 players were lunging on the ground, and within a split second, the crowd was on top of them, kicking them, running them. You see the guy that go over to Florida State head coach with the camera,
the
and
bird.
he's like
Yeah.
looking at him, like giving him the bird. I wonder if he's gonna get a little academic suspension.
I don't know. This is where I don't want to. I don't want that to be the reason that field storming ever ends.
Oh, no, it's
Like there's a
But you
there's
gotta,
a
like-
Goldilocks zone here. Like too crazy or none at all. Let's find that middle ground.
there's rushing the field, and then there's all out storm. You know,
that
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
storming.
Yeah,
that was like a court
you can't-
storming.
You can't have that. You can't have that.
Well,
There's going to be a death, and it's going to take over the newsways.
Did
and
anybody
then it's going to stop the tradition of this.
Did anybody get hurt here? If that's the
Yes.
craziest one we've ever seen.
Some people got like injured. Like,
You twist your ankle.
oh,
Like, what are we talking
it's a college
about? Like,
kid.
how-
They're,
yeah,
they're
like,
adults.
You do
They're
worse
adults.
trying to do a keg stand.
How many
Like,
Kens and Karens were like, my poor baby got injured on the
See, again, that's where I'm like,
I'm going to talk to the dean about this. I pay good money for your school.
my money doesn't go to support this level of unsafe environment.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the old clips at the U.S. Open where
Oh, yeah.
The-
like the Arnie's Army
the last
and then the Tiger.
the last putt back in the day, as soon as the ball hit the bottom of the cup, it was a free for all. Anyone could rush and grab it. So like you would literally have the
what?
crowd all around the green. Oh man, I'm gonna see if I can find one.
They get to rush and grab the ball.
This might be how we end the show Thursday. So everyone would surround the green for
Yeah.
the final
They
putt.
they walk up behind. They're walking with them behind.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
like-
then they'd surround the whole putting surface. And as soon as, and you would have guys, like, there's some videos where it's like 7 dudes stacked on top of each other, so to speak, to try to get to the ball, so to speak.
No Diddy.
All fighting, fighting each other to get Arnie or whoever it was.
Yeah.
It was.
You know, my grandfather hated Jack Nicklaus because he was such a fan of Arnold Palmer.
He's not alone.
He
I
was a
don't-
bitter old man, dude.
Yeah.
Like my dad would tell me, he's like, yeah, I just remember him cussing at the TV every time Nicholas won, you know?
Yeah, I don't think he's alone there. The only other college football note I had for you, Notre Dame blew the doors off of Arkansas. They won 56-13, and you might ask, why are we mentioning that? Well, Arkansas fires Sam Pittman, their head coach, after that game. And we get the infamous Bobby Petrino as interim head coach, the same guy that had the neck brace and all the road rash on his face when he crashed his motorcycle as head coach at the University of Arkansas as he was banging one of the volleyball assistant coaches.
He used to ride on the back of his motorcycle, man.
Yeah, you know, it's all good and fun until you get caught committing adultery.
She's giving you a reach
wrecking
around,
your-
and you're just you can't control the bike.
So the reason I mentioned we don't need a visual, God, I think we all could have assumed what that looked and sounded like.
now I'm dead.
Yeah, we don't need a replay of the visual.
Here comes the ambulance. Oh my God.
The only reason I mention any of this is kind of like we were talking about with the Gundy firing in Oklahoma State. Arkansas is
they're supposed to be a powerhouse.
It's a traditional powerhouse, at least. Obviously, haven't really been relevant since
Not for a while.
Darren McFadden, probably the last
since probably
good Arkansas team.
Patino brought it back.
Petrino, yeah, when he actually before do you want to
Before the
triple
reaching
down?
out.
Yeah, okay, there it is. So, you know, if Traylor wasn't interested in Oklahoma State, I wonder how he feels about Arkansas. But even more, I think he was an assistant in Arkansas for like a year. Again, you can still recruit northeast Texas. The other name that's being floated is my guy up at SMU, Rhett Lashley, who is an Arkansas grad. So I think you're going to see Arkansas be right there in that running. It's a more desirable job than Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
obviously with the SEC, right? So
SEC, you got more backing, you got more money backing it.
yeah, so you're stepping into a higher echelon of potential candidates. But I wonder if that still would be enough for someone like Traylor. I think someone like GJ Kenny would jump at it.
I wonder if he just wants to stay in Texas and get to a Texas team.
That's always been the word.
UTSA. The only way UTSA is going to get to the Big 12 is, man, that Alamo Dome. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Oh,
I
don't think
I hate on the dome. I hate the dome
you want to do this now. Why?
because, like, first off, I hate turf. You know, it's
Okay.
it's outdated.
It sounds like a personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I personally hate
Doesn't
the turf.
kill the product value. I think.
Football should be playing outside.
Okay, now who's the old man?
Hey,
Damn it! Football is
in
an
the
outdoor
elements.
sport.
In the elements
Yeah,
of football.
every football game should be played like Buffalo in December. Every single one of them, or it's not a football game. Damn it! I don't know. The home field advantage of that dome is pretty impressive with what Jeff's record is. I think they've only lost
because
4
everybody's
games.
used to playing outside.
If you're playing in South Texas in the
Like they got the
Late
luxury
summer,
of like
early fall.
we built that for a professional team, and now we have the college team. We're never filling it up to capacity.
no, but Chris Brown didn't even fill it up to capacity.
Well, didn't he play Frost or he played the Dome?
They played the dome.
Oh.
That's how I got parking.
Oh, they
Money.
walk all that way. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you were class of. Man, I ain't walking all that way.
No. I think, speaking of like attendance, I think it would be a lot harder draw to get people to go to outdoor games on the north side of town than the dome where it's currently located. If you were going to do it closer to like UTSA campus, I
Yeah,
mean.
man, that's gonna.
Because also everyone that lives on the north side, they're not rooting for UCLA. The people, or that UTSA, they're all UT grads or Aggies or Baylor. Or, like
I'm not saying it has to be there, but like, you know how we're building up I-10 and 1604. That's the hot spot right now. As soon as that infrastructure and the continuous, the never-ending road construction, but like they're building that
there's
area.
a key word there. Never ending.
Never ending.
Yeah.
They're like, there's just so much over there. That's going to be a draw. And they could just do a little bit west, and they can even read the high school stadium past, what's that one called? Right before you get to Bandera. It's just on the inside, like.
The high school stadium?
Yeah, well, no, like it's a stadium, but like the high school teams play there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that used to be UTSA's first field. But that one could be built up. That could be UTSA's. And then you're right around that whole area in like Bandera and all the
Oh, are you talking about Ferris out there at like Houseman area?
Yeah.
That where the Olympic swimming pool is and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they got their own stadium and got out of the freaking Alamo Dome, I just think it would be a better
Quit
product.
trying to take my parking money away.
You're not going to live there forever, man. Are you buying the house?
I'm dying in that house.
Then buy it. Get some equity, buddy.
I'm gonna die in that. It might be tomorrow. It might be 30 years, but that's where you'll find me when I take my final
Gus
breath.
Stadium. Thank you, James.
You got anything else from weekend sports?
Not from college.
Well, then let's jump into some Cal notes, as you accurately say. Let's make the mark.
Was that
here.
a good game or a bad game?
I mean,
you
as
tell me, Cowboy fan.
Okay. I feel better about that game than I do the overtime win over the Giants. That was a much more impressive game.
Yeah.
That gives me more hope in the rest of the season than the Giants game does.
I think so here's the narrative that I think. Everybody thought the Green Bay defense was going to come and shut them down.
Number 2 scoring defense in the league.
So
that had gone up against.
Did the Cowboys offense overperform or did the Green Bay's defense underperform? I'm taking the latter.
Why?
Because there's no way that line all of a sudden became one of the top tier lines in the league. No way did that secondary become one of the worst secondaries in the league to give up Pickens, a number 2, and they don't even have their top receiver.
But what if I told you that
And they let Dak throw it all over him, even though he's
the
number
same
1 in
Dak,
yardage.
who's been amazing. What if I told you that the Cowboys' 2 lowest rated offensive players, according to PFF grades, were Tyler Guyton and Nathan Thomas, the 2 left tackles that went up against Micah? What if I told you Micah had the highest PFF grade of any defensive player this entire week because he had 10 of the Packers' 15 pressures?
Yeah.
They still got an insane amount of pressure on Dak.
Yeah.
He had a 31% win rate, which is ungodly.
Bosa had a higher one.
The fact that Micah had the game that he had and Dak still went for, 319 yards, completing 31 of 40, 77.5% of his passes, 3 passing touchdowns. I just think I don't necessarily disagree that the Packers defense definitely underperformed than what it had.
Their secondary just completely just looked like garbage, you know?
But I still lean to the fact that their secondary got sliced and looked like garbage because the guy who's been playing the best quarterback in the NFL through 4 weeks had his second best expected points game of his entire career. Like, that was an ungodly performance from Dak.
You want to hear a stat?
Please.
I'm sure you've seen it all over social. What is the record of a home team scoring 40 points plus?
I would assume it's a lot of wins and very few losses.
300 wins.
Okay.
0 losses.
And
one draw.
tie? Yeah. Well,
And what one tie is that?
again, that was
Y'all made history, sir.
that was the 40.
Y'all have made history.
Not only was it history in that sense, it was also a scoregami. That's the first time a scoregami.
Where it's saying back and forth?
No. A unique score. A 40-40 game had never happened in NFL history.
Yeah.
That's the first time a game has ever ended 40-40.
I just told you the stat.
No, I know, but
300 to 0. Like, it was 2-9. It was 300 to 0. If a home team scores 40, they won every time.
And you would expect that to be the case. On that same note, the Dak's specific performance with in compared to other guys that have had similar stat lines, it's the same. It's basically the same stat, just in a different way. So,
Pickens
Dak
sliced me
had,
up this week.
of all quarterbacks who have ever thrown 40 times in a game and had a 75% or higher completion rate, that has happened 9 times in NFL history. He's the only one that didn't win that game.
Yeah.
So you're talking Burrow, Brady, Burrow again, Mahomes, Brady again, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and a random Kirk Cousins game. All of those other guys won the game. And all the best the Cowboys could do was tie. The stats from that game now make it where
What happened to the home field advantage of
it's
letting that second tick off?
it was 60. Oh, well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Even your people hate the Cowboys.
The
I was like, how do you not let that second tick off?
Well, everyone in the Metroplex is a transplant. It was a 60-40. I mean, 40% Packers fans in there all night. Poor Dak's having to try to get the crowd to be loud because they're getting no advantage when the defense is on the field.
That was like SoFi Stadium whenever the Niners come. It's like
That's what the Cowboys Stadium has been.
60% Niners, 40% LA Rams.
It was SoFi before SoFi. The Cowboys offense, here's a real yay boo fact. Cowboys offense now averages 404 yards per game. That's number 1 in the league.
Yeah.
Their
as Lonnie puts
defense-
it, they've given up 240 burgers
Their defense, and one of them was,
to the Giants.
well, that was only a
To
30.
Russ Wilson.
That was a 37 point.
To a backup.
That was a 37-point burger. Let the record show. That was 37-40. Their defense has now given up 420 and a half yards a game. Dead last.
Light one for your boys.
This is the Romo era all over again.
Yeah.
Late or early 30s Romo, best offense in the league, worst defense in the league.
I love the camera keep on panning over to Jerry with the big old herp on his lip.
Yeah, Jerry was dealing with some.
He was just in there grabbing that paper, shaking a little bit. He's getting another herpy mark on the other side of his lip with all the stress he's getting.
Yeah, he's gonna bite through his whole damn lip after going through that game. Yeah, let's because a lot of what you said, let's just do some winners, losers, and work through the rest of the game. Winner, obviously, Dak. We talk about all of the, just to further try to get you to realize Dak has never been the problem, is not the problem, won't be the problem.
Not the solution, though.
Again, he just went put 40 points on. What are you talking about?
We just went like 2 years ago. Brock Purdy was up in all these categories too, and all I had to hear was, "Well, he's got a lot of good guys around him."
He had a top 10. When's the last time Dak had a top?
No, I'm
10
just talking
defense?
about Purdy's performance.
No. But
When's the
I'm
last
saying,
time?
yeah, when the
I don't
Cowboys
know,
had a top 10
3 years ago.
No,
3 years ago
3
when
with
y'all won 12
Micah.
games. Yeah,
I don't think they were
Micah's
top
second
10.
year. Even Micah's first year.
Here, continue on with telling me how overrated Dak is, despite what his
Dak-
entire career numbers have shown.
He's just like Romo. When it comes time to be that man in the playoffs, he's not the solution. We've seen Purdy do it. We've seen, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, like, we've seen Brady do it. We know who those guys.
So was
you
it
know who's
Dak's-
not that man either? Kirk Cousins.
Is it Dak's? Oh, don't compare the two. Is it Dak's problem that his defense gave up 40 unanswered points against the Packers the last time they played in the playoffs? What could Dak have done differently in that game?
Well, that's football. You got two different sides.
Oh, so it's almost like Dak isn't a main contributor to the overall playoff
Who's
lack
getting
of
paid
success.
the most in the league?
Okay, again, do you want him to play defensive
No.
tackle?
Who's getting paid?
Do you want him to play
Who's
linebacker?
getting paid the most in the league?
Do you want Dak to replace Sanborn on
Answer-
the defense?
Answer the
Do
question.
you want him
so
to replace
answer
Bland
the
on the
question so I can get to my
outside
point.
because Bland was so bad? Dak. The
Dak.
answer is Dak.
So therefore, you're obviously paying him to be the solution.
But that's
and you're
you
losing,
just told me that's not
you're
how
losing-
football works.
You
There's
lost
two sides of the ball.
You lost Micah because you didn't have the money, and stuff like that because Micah wouldn't get paid. So you paid Dak, so you were going to have to lose pieces. You know, San Fran's been going through that whole problem. So therefore, if you're paying him the most money in the league, he's got to be the answer. But he's not. You know what I'm saying?
But
and
this
that's
is the same.
problem.
So
that's
would
the problem.
So is Joe Burrow a problem?
He's not getting paid the most.
But he's, again, a quarterback that has always had a bad defense. He carried them to a Super Bowl, and they got smashed. Like, I just don't – it's so –
Did they get smashed or did they barely lose?
I thought it was a double – I can't remember off the
I
top of
don't.
my head.
LA won that one, right?
Yeah, that was the Rams
Yeah,
one.
LA won that one. Aaron Donald should have been MVP of that game. Yeah. So that's the problem. Like, and that's why Brady won all those games, won all those, Super Bowls, is because he wasn't the highest paid. He still took a nice big chunk of money, but when you're paying all that money, a la Jamar Chase, you got to be the solution. And right now, he's not the solution. Jamar Chase ain't the solution. All these highest paid people are not, like, it's just, that's the problem.
Okay, so you're going to actually appreciate this, I think. Here are Dak's, since he was drafted, going back to his rookie year, the defense was 5th overall in the league.
Yeah.
And we're just talking in points given up, okay? Just use that as a base metric.
All right.
Points per game given up. 5th his rookie year, they win 13 games. Next year, they're 13th, they win 9. Next year, they're 6th, they win 10. And then we get 11th and 28th, respectively. That was 8-8 and 6-10. But the 6-10 was Dak, his ankle turning sideways.
Yeah.
And then the
Micah
era, which you're spot on. They weren't top 5, but they were 7th, 5th, and 5th. 20, 21, 22, and 23. And then 31st last year and 31st
So what if Dak got less money and then it wasn't going to be pulling teeth to get Micah signed? That's the solution.
And,
I'm not
and
saying
what if my
I am
team,
all for it being like the one player is never the solution.
And what if my team wasn't run by a giant idiot megalomaniac? Because what you're describing is just how every other team does business.
Yeah.
The Cowboys waited 2.5 years to extend Dak. It was terrible business, and that's why he has the number he has now. That's why you see
still don't know how he has
quarterbacks
that
getting
number.
signed like Josh Allen. taking less than Dak is getting right now. I completely agree
Because
with
he
you.
wants to bring that to Buffalo.
But I'm also, if I'm Dak and you get disrespected 2 straight off seasons, you're not taking a team-friendly cut. And also, the Cowboys could have re-signed. Micah has a $9.9 million cap hit this year. The dead money on that Packers deal expires in 3 years. The Cowboys could have done that deal.
Yeah.
They could have done it in April. They could have done it a week before the season. They could have done it an hour before they traded him.
Yeah.
If you believe the Jerry Jones propaganda that, oh, no, we wouldn't have been able to re-sign Tyler Smith or Deron Bland if we had kept Micah. No, that's just flat out lying to your face because they're so bad at conducting their business.
He is the X factor. But like my thing is, not one person is ever going to be the answer. You know, and when you
I don't disagree with that.
When
No.
you pay him that much money, and trust me,
Even if it is
we
at your
almost
own expense because you're an idiot.
McCaffrey is, I think he's second highest paid running back right now. You know, behind Saquon. Or he might even be the first, but like, look how we're using him, man. You know, it's like, but still, he didn't win us the Jacksonville game. You know, he couldn't, like, we couldn't run the ball to save our life. He was more of a pass catcher.
Yeah, I just don't think, I mean, when you have, like right now, Dak is completing 83% of his passes when he's under pressure. The next closest is 74%.
He's going to come back down to earth.
Even if he comes back down to earth,
Law of averages, man.
back down to earth is still finishing second in MVP like he did 2 years ago.
Do you
Like
think
back down to earth
do you think
is
he'll
a
ever catch
top
an MVP going
6,
8
top
and 8?
8 quarterback? No, and neither would Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like that's again, like there. I will defend Dak
gotta
because
win.
he is playing like an absolute god amongst normal
Like
men.
Romo used to.
Like Romo used to. Like I would defend
Slanging
Romo
throwing it 55 times a game.
and then Romo would make one stupid decision, and some idiot would be like, "Look, that's why we never win." It's like, but you do realize he's leading the number 1 offense, and he's keeping you in every single game, putting you right there with a chance every time.
But what's the ultimate goal? Leading in stats or winning it?
No, but okay, chicken or egg. How do you win football games? By throwing the ball.
I don't think Dak cares about winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, why? That is so
I think
lazy.
he wants,
Why is that?
Because he's the highest. He took all that money. When you see Mahomes,
But again,
Josh,
how is Dak's contract?
he's working for Jera.
How has Dak's contract kept them from signing other people? It's all been decisions by Jerry. Every single they've kept every single piece he's had.
They see
except Micah, and they could have kept Micah, but Micah disrespected Jerry. Jerry took it personal, said "F you, get the F out of my team,
This
leave
is my team."
Michael Parsons.
Like it just
Michael did Michael.
I completely understand the larger the cut of the salary available limits it puts you in handcuffs. I agree.
Yeah.
But the application of those handcuffs hasn't actually happened. It's all theoretical because they could have we've seen teams that they might not have the highest paid quarterback, but they have higher paid average salaries amongst their top 10 players than the Cowboys do.
Then why didn't Dak pull a Tom Brady like, I need Gronk, I will take a pay cut if we keep this? If Dak was like, we need Micah to win, I will take a pay cut.
Because I think, well, first of all, there was no pay cut to be taken at this point because the money was already there. They're locked into
Just
it.
voicing that is that's the ultimate. It's showing that you will sacrifice it for the ultimate goal of winning the championship.
And as much as I love Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki for taking less money, I also love Kobe for taking every single penny he ever
And
could.
giving up in the playoffs a couple times. Yeah, I love Kobe.
I mean, again, like individual.
He'll
like,
never be a top 5 for me
take
because
the money.
of that.
See, that's
I've seen
ridiculous.
him quit on his team.
Well,
I've seen him
Kobe's
quit
not
on
top
his team.
5 to begin with. That's
Yeah.
not a ridiculous thing to say on
But
his
it's in
face.
a lot of people's top 5.
Well, a lot of people don't know sports, Cap, which also transfers back to Cowboys talk because a lot of people believe Jerry Jones propaganda at every turn instead of just using a phrase that gets bandied around these days, common sense. It's just common sense. Why would you reject anyone?
It's an intellectual thought.
Common sense. No, other winners. I thought Shoddy had his best play calling night combined with Dak. I mean, they clearly had a plan to mitigate Micah's impact.
And
despite Micah winning matchups
and
at
activate Pickens.
getting Pickens involved, also
Ferguson being the check down guy.
Clayton Adams, the offensive coordinator, former offensive line coach with the Cardinals, I thought his patchwork, the offensive line still wasn't good. They got demolished, but they were still able to run the ball when they needed to. The pass protection was poor, but the run blocking was really good. I thought Clayton Adams was a winner for how he was able. He had 2 starting linemen out, and he ends up pulling Guyton later in the game because he was getting abused by Micah. You mentioned Pickens. Pickens stepping up. Again, a game where you went up against the number 2 scoring defense in the league. You put 40 on them, and you're missing your starting right guard and your number 1 wide receiver. And a lot of that was
one of the highest
Pickens.
paid receivers, or 3rd highest paid receiver in the league.
Well, that's what when you use him at running back. Why are you using Pickens was great, which unfortunately gives Jerry a slot in the winners category here because Jerry doesn't get embarrassed by Micah. Micah didn't come in and have 3.5 sacks. He did get one that potentially saved the game for the Packers, the 1 sack he did have. But Jerry is also able to say, hey, you want to complain about all the trades I've made?
Embarrassed?
I traded for that guy. I traded for George Pickens, who just
That herpes alone on his lip made him a loser.
well, that's why I've also. What does that say right there, Cap? I wrote this.
Herpes, yeah.
It says Jerry in the losers category, and in parentheses herpes, as if it's an injury designation. Yeah. Other winners, I thought Diggs was an interesting one because they actually bench him. He doesn't start the game.
Yeah.
But he ends up having the 2nd highest PFF grade. He was awesome.
Yeah,
he was
actually
really.
He played really good. Really good.
He should have gotten an
cornerback.
interception if it wasn't for the penalty that took the interception off.
Yeah.
Also, James Houston, highest rated PFF on the defensive side. He has the strip sack that gets him the ball there. I'm surprised you haven't brought up the word momentum yet because Wanye Thomas, another winner, blocking that extra point.
Yeah.
If the Packers go up 14-0, I'm not sure the Cowboys are, well, statistically, they wouldn't have been leading that game 16-13 at halftime if it wasn't for, obviously, Wanye Thomas blocked extra point.
Yeah.
But the James Houston strip sack and fumble recovery that set them up to score again right before halftime. And Jadeveon Clowney, he was on a snap limit, but when he was out there, he was absolutely noticeable. So maybe if James Houston starts getting more of Sam Williams snaps, if Jadeveon Clowney is taking more of a rotational piece on the defense, taking some of those snaps, maybe this thing has a chance to at least not be dead last at the end of the season.
Nah, y'all going to go just under 500.
Well, I'm just meaning the defensive side of the ball. Yeah. No, right now we are a perfect 500 team. Number 1 in offense, dead last in defense. Makes you smack dab in the middle. Other quick winners, Tolbert, you got to put him as a winner, if nothing else, for that crazy catch on the sideline. He was the 2nd lowest percent probability according to, I think it was AWS.
Who's got the first?
Oh, I remember it. I saw the stat.
Was it Ricky?
I can't remember. No, it wasn't just for this week. It was from ever recorded in their database.
Oh.
AWS has only been around for like 3 years, though. Like their data doesn't go that far. It's the Amazon Web Services
And look
or
how
whatever.
much is taken over.
Of course.
Beware. Of
I was about to say it's
Beware.
all around you. That was a 7.2% catch chance on that Tolbert catch in overtime that Dak scrambled and found him on the sideline. Losers, really every linebacker. Sanborn was better against the run, but lost in coverage. Kenneth Murray, again, we talked about him last week. Some of these veterans that are on one-year deals that probably should just move on from. But the problem is Leofow, who I want to see get more snaps on defense, he ends up committing a dumbass penalty. The late hit when the guy drops the catch, and then Leofow comes in and shoves him to the ground.
On the sideline.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Bland, I'll give Bland some grace here because he was coming first game back from injury. But he wasn't very good on the first couple of possessions, allowing the Packers to get up. Speaking of, we don't just do Cowboys losers. What was Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur doing on that final possession of overtime?
I don't know, man. Like, bro, kick the field goal. You know, that was almost Dak running it with 13 seconds in
They almost
in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all just lost the game.
The final loser of the night, the damn clock operator. Like you said.
Like, just let it go.
What are we doing? At least let it go to 0 and make the officials review it to try to determine.
Is it winner Love not sailing the ball but hitting the guy, which stops the clock? Yeah,
very much possibly. I mean, you're talking without knowing the point, whatever seconds it was.
What was it? The post game, he was like, "Oh yeah, I had it totally in control." And blah, blah,
no,
blah.
I don't think you did,
guy. No, you did. If there was fractions of a second, you were like 0.1. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we could have seen the decibel, or the is it decimal or decibel?
Decimal.
Decimal is the number. Decibel is the ears. Okay, there we go. I was close enough. You know what I mean. But even Matt LaFleur's whole play calling all night was pretty questionable. I thought it was a pretty poor game all around for the Packers.
They were utilizing Wilson a lot, but I thought they should, especially whenever the Cowboys were going just air raid on him in the second half, they should have just slowed the game down with Josh Jacobs. Like, you got to slow the game down. Like, sure, you can toast their Cowboys secondary and score the points real fast, but there has to be strategy there. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow it down. You know, give your defense some rest.
Yeah, there wasn't much pacing to his play calling throughout the game. I will say, final Cowboy thought, and then we'll get to the Niners and the rest of NFL.
Yeah.
So the roommate is in Austin this week for a convention over there, work convention. And so I drove her over Sunday morning, and ended up watching all the games Sunday at a bar in Austin.
Yeah.
And eventually got to the Cowboy Sunday night football game. So cause did you
stay there? Or did
so
you
I watched the afternoon games in the bar, and then I watched the first half of the Cowboys game in the hotel room, and then ended up meeting up with her and her because she had work stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so met up back with them at another bar to watch the second half and end up watching overtime. First thing I noticed, you go watch a Cowboy game in San Antonio, and there's so many people older than you and I, generational Cowboy fans that have the memories of not just the triplets in the 90s, but they got the memories of Staubach. And they'll sit there and tell you all about Cowboys lore. Austin, I think I was the oldest Cowboy fan in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
It's all late 20s, early 30s, yuppie professionals that have no...
Were you on the suburbs of Austin, or were you downtown?
Downtown.
Where do you think all the kids are, man?
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I still... Like, there was no one older than me, except there was one guy, and he was a Detroit Lions fan.
Oh, boy.
So I got to talk to him about Dan Campbell. But Austin Cowboy viewing experience, at least at 2nd Street and Lavaca, not so good, buddy. Not so good. Although, I will say, they were very quiet. Like, it wasn't your loud, obnoxious Cowboy fan. It was very much we've already given up on this game, so whatever happens, I'm not going to be upset by it. But Cowboys now, interesting tie, obviously better than a loss if you are still holding out for any kind of playoff hopes. And I say that because, like you always say, it's very Cowboys to reel a few off, get you roped in, get the hooks in you, and then absolutely crater. They've got the winless Jets next week, followed by the 1-win Panthers, and then we get back into some
So you might
playoff.
you might get to above 500 because
we might get to 3-2-1 before they play the Commanders. But the Commanders just lost to the Falcons.
Justin
so
Fields might run all over you.
yeah, it's equally just as possible that we see Justin Fields have his career best game next Sunday and the Jets get their first win. But again, like I said at the beginning of all this, I feel better about that tie than I did the Giants win. So yay, go Cowboys.
You made history.
I'm calling it. It's a victory Tuesday for Cowboys fans.
Oh, that is a Cowboys fan right there. Give me that false hope. You just
Tell me-
every week it gets built up just a little bit more. And then,
Tell me how your Niners did this week.
we
Did y'all even play?
laid an egg. But surprisingly enough, when did ETN all of a sudden become that breakout
Dude, he's
running
back.
back? He's back.
He's fully back, yeah.
Like Tank Bigsby
That was
took over his
nasty.
job last year.
Yeah.
And now he got thrown away for like a 5th round pick. And ETN just was like, came back hungry. I don't know if he was injured last year. I didn't hear anything. But, man, I'll tell you one thing. That Jaguars D is for real. You know? And Trevor Lawrence, I mean, we all know he can sling the ball. But, I mean, I told you, like, there were some calls on that game. There was definitely a block in the back on that special teams. Special teams killing us once again like they did all last year.
Dude, special teams killing everyone across the league.
Yeah.
How are games being determined by blocked field? Even the Cowboy game, the blocked extra point.
I don't know, man. They need to start paying these special team coaches more money. But, yeah, there was definitely – they had a run back on, you know, with everything that happened. So we had 4 turnovers. We had a special teams run back on us. We had penalties, crucial penalties, like Upton Stout when he got his first interception of the season. But they called a ticky-tack pass interference call, which was not a pass interference call. That was a great play by him. And we still had the ball to win the game at the end. So if we're going to take any moral victory out of that, that's something. But Brock Purdy, you can tell that his toe got aggravated again. He's questionable for Thursday night's game.
Yeah, because it's a short week.
Juwan Jennings got a KO'd with a liver shot, converting a two-point conversion. Held on to the ball like a beast he is. Ricky Pearsall out. Aggravated his knee again.
That's unfortunate because he really was looking like a stud.
Dude,
like
every week he was
like a
making
guy.
spectacular
Yeah.
catches. You
Yeah.
know, one-handed catches. He made one on the sideline where he like literally caught it on his side. Like, he is that guy, man. He's going to be – Ayuk needs to watch out. And Ayuk's looking like he's not going to come back until week 9.
Oof.
You know? So it's – we just got to stop. Like, I can't watch. It's hard for me to watch when we just get injured again and again and again and again and again every week.
Normally it's y'all doing it to other teams.
And it's like which number one guy are we going to go down now this week? But we have Kittle coming back week 5. We got Mustafa, our safety, game wrecker. He's coming back week 6. We got, Ayuk coming back probably week 8 or 9. We got people coming back, but Trent Williams is not looking like that number 1 left tackle in the game. He's 38 years old.
Yeah, I was about to say it had to happen eventually.
So he's getting up there. One of our guys, I think Colby, I forget his last name, he's just getting worked, man.
I still think y'all are pretty likely to be active before the trade deadline.
Oh, I think we're going to, so the big name that's coming out, even though I was like Trey Hendrickson, even though we're having to get
Hendrickson's the big.
It's
big.
Cam Jordan out of New Orleans.
Yeah,
That seems like the more realistic one that we can get on like a 1-year end of the deal. He's a vet. That would be solid because we had 0 sacks on Trevor Lawrence, which is like one of the first times ever that the Niners didn't have a sack.
Yeah,
game.
that highly decorated Jacksonville offensive line.
Yeah. Jacksonville's 3-1, man.
They are. They are.
They're 3-1, and it's just
And they seem to be well coached under
Yeah.
Liam Cohen. Did you see the exchange him and Salah had after the game?
so. Salah said they're very skilled in the art of sign stealing.
Do you have this, LG? I'm pretty sure I sent this to LG because I
Yeah.
found footage was everywhere.
Salah came out today and said it was a poor choice of words, but he needs to learn not to give the other team any fuel. That's why Belichick was the best. Pop was the best. He doesn't want to amp up the other
Seattle.
team.
Seattle.
Seattle?
No, just Belichick when he would
Oh,
just
yeah,
repeat on to Cincinnati or
we got
Seattle.
Seattle next week.
Seattle.
We won't do this. But yeah, so they got into it, which, took over the headlines.
Yeah, I liked. I mean, obviously with no, nobody in the fight. I liked to see a first-year head coach set that kind of tone for the
Yeah.
team because I do think that is something that.
He got him to rally behind him, man.
And if you remember back when he was announced back when he did his press conference, when he announced as the head coach, he was a darling then for some of the answers he gave.
Well, supposedly Salah was up for that job too and lost it to Cohen,
which is
And
also
that-
pretty interesting.
So that's more of the backstory, and yeah. So
Yeah, this is what it sounded like post game, where Liam Cohen clearly took offense to Salah accusations.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't hear it, it's Liam Cohen telling him,
Keep my
"Keep
name
my
out
name out of your mouth."
Yeah. I love how he walked past him, disrespected him.
Sure.
And then he was like,
immediately-
nah, I'm going to turn around and just,
Bob Salah, if he got his hands on Liam Cohen, would rip him apart. He would destroy him in seconds.
supposedly he said something like, I will effing end you.
So-
Are you kidding me?
So
You know?
I didn't use that clip because I didn't
Yeah.
want to break our F
Yeah,
rule
And yeah, so yeah,
or F word rule.
there's a reason why he turned back when all his linemen were out there.
Yeah,
in
it's
front
sure
of
it was
him.
nice. It was convenient to have all the big boys out there too.
He didn't have a punter holding him back.
No, not so much. What's your overall level of concern after dropping that game now? I mean, the injuries are I think the long-term injuries are obviously the bigger concern than dropping.
That's the only concern I have, man. And just McCaffrey, he's killing it. He's keeping our team alive. Purdy, you can tell, like they think his toe got re-injured around the second quarter around a scramble play, and it's just we have to scheme up a different game plan, and we lose that game plan because obviously we saw the scheme was for Ricky that game, and we lost him. Ricky and Juwan Jennings were going to be big parts of that game, and then all of a sudden that gets thrown out the window with injuries, and what do we have to do? Rely on McCaffrey, and I don't want to break him until the playoffs. you know?
It feels like a risk-reward kind
Yeah.
of deal. Like you'd rather not risk it and lose this game in week 4 and potentially still have him available. The other argument, though, could be made that he's going to get hurt inevitably, so you might as well
We don't
just
know that.
use it.
2023, he played every game.
That's true. That's true.
And won Offensive Player of the Year, so we don't know that. So
But how many years in his career has he played? Okay, minor detail, I suppose.
Come on, man. But yeah, it's just, man, we got to catch a break with these injuries, man. It's 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
2 years in a row. We can't
There's one opponent that can't be beat in the NFL, and that is the injured list.
man. And
That thing is
What was
undefeated.
it? In my fantasy team, oh my God, Murder Light Stadium, man. Over MetLife, Malik Neighbors goes down with the torn Achilles.
So I saw
ACL.
I saw a funny post over the weekend where it was like I made a trade midweek to replace Malik Neighbors with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
I saw-
both
I
of
saw
them
that
are.
meme, yeah.
We'll get the.
I've never seen a guy so happy to go down in my life.
Yeah, that was. Let's get to the rest of the games.
Yeah.
I should say that Cowboys plus 6.5. came through for me. I kept getting nervous because I was like, wait, the Packers are going to score a touchdown first.
I thought so.
And kick
I was
the
like-
extra
I was
point,
Like, I
and
was
then-
like, I was like, score the touchdown.
Right,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
was
and
like,
then-
score it.
So like I'm sitting here trying to just like, okay, at least no, I'm gonna beat Cap there. We both had the Niners though, minus 3.5. So
I went winless, man.
we're gonna get to the overall grade here.
He's so excited. About this.
It's early.
So-
It's
so
it's
good.
week 2 of our picks.
I know.
There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Yeah, no,
I missed
I
the first couple weeks, but
I got because we.
and I got a little. After
Didn't have
this.
a good idea until-
we'll see what Chat Jichapatizzles see how good they did with their picks.
What is? Oh yeah, and then of course y'all's next game is Thursday,
Yeah.
Thursday night against the
Our-
mighty Rams.
Which they should have lost that game too. God.
Well, let's get to the rest of them because the Rams were also another game we picked. Let's start with the. Let's keep it how we normally do. We're going to burn through these quick because we went pretty late. Contenders column. Bills beat the Saints 31-19.
Obvious.
Bills are solid
It was
in
a,
the
it was a game
contender.
until the halftime. And
It
then,
was, and then Josh Allen with the big scramble really eventually puts it out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Lions destroy the Browns 34-10. I've got the Lions firmly in the contender category. The contender category has had a few exits over since last week. Another game
due to injuries.
mainly another game that we picked,
Was
arguably game of the week. Eagles beat the Bucks 31-25. That line was Eagles minus 3.5. So
31-25, and I thought the Bucks and Baker. You can tell that
we both took the Bucks on that.
Yeah.
We both took Baker with 3.5 points at home.
you can tell he's like he was questionable during the week.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he just wasn't right that game, and it's just the Eagles.
Yeah, if Baker's not right, the Bucks aren't a contender in the NFC. If
And
Baker's right,
Buck Irving looked good in the beginning, but they didn't stick with the run. I was like, I didn't understand that one.
yeah, I think I saw a stat. So the Eagles now are 4-0 on the season, and the so they have been
With
out
with AJ Brown only having an impact in one game.
and starting to tweet cryptic messages. So the Eagles are 4-0 despite getting
he was just
outgained.
tweeting the gospel, man.
That's
What are
right,
you
of
talking
course.
about?
They've been outgained in all 4 games. They're the second team over the past 90 years to start 4-0 and get outgained in all 4 games.
Seems like the refs are killing the other team's momentum.
The only other team to do that was the 2012 Cardinals, who would go on to finish 5-11 in Ken Whisenhunt's final season as Arizona coach.
How was it? Was that Kurt Warner still?
I believe it was, yeah. I'm
Is
pretty
his
sure it
final-
was.
Was that?
I think that
if
was-
the Saints won that year. That was Kurt.
was
Kurt
one of
Warner's
those-
last year.
Last run. Well, yeah, well.
Because that was Bounty Gate. That was
2012.
Bounty Gate.
Yeah,
They took out Favre and Warner,
yeah, that.
and they were trying to take out Gore's head.
I think the Eagles are clearly still a contender, no question. But there are,
Yeah.
I mean, you barely beat Dallas. You get outgained in all 4 of your games.
They're
but-
like last year's Chiefs. They
yeah,
kept winning,
very much
but
so.
like
but
it was just
every
like,
statistic would tell you this is not a good football team.
yeah.
Speaking of the Chiefs, the last game in the contenders category, Chiefs beat the Ravens 37-20. Are we officially panicking in Baltimore?
Yeah, with Lamar pulling the hammy.
Lamar injured, 1-3 now. The only saving grace is all you have to do is catch the 3-1 Aaron Rodgers led Steelers in that division.
Yeah.
Everything else is
Wow.
a dumpster fire.
But Aaron Rodgers has not. The
Unless-
Steelers have not played one division game.
Unless Cincinnati trades for Jameis, and then Cincinnati might be
Have you
back
seen that
in.
Suicide Squad
Oh,
where
yeah.
like he looks, he's like QB's out left on the market, and he's all like this little rat guy licking the fence, and it's like Jameis Winston. Man, they doing him wrong, man. He eats W's. Come on.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs. Obviously, I think the game still means more about the Chiefs than it does the Ravens.
1-7 or 1-8 against Patrick Mahomes. Lamar is looking like Peyton Manning to Tom
against
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's I mean, again, when the numbers are as one-sided as they are and the teams are as good as they are, like Lamar's had good teams, good defenses, good run games.
Oh, but Baltimore, talking about injuries, they are decimated. What was it? Six starters are now injured off their defense. Roquan Smith went out. Humphrey went out.
Yeah, this might just be a bad year for Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's
If they sneak in and get healthy, yeah, we'll see.
yeah, like you said, we'll see what Pittsburgh does once they hit.
I had a trade for Derrick Henry for Malik Neighbors, and I declined it.
Oh, you had Malik. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is highly, highly unfortunate.
I'm like, still want to do that trade? It's a keeper league. I'm like, you're going to get him next year, and he's
Yeah,
like,
he'll be back.
He's like, no.
Yeah,
I was like, come on.
Don't think. Oh yeah, you were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
Switching to the playoff column here, we mentioned Steelers. Steelers beat the Vikings 24-21
Oh, Dublin.
in the Dublin game. I'm not sure what to make of either one of these teams.
Hey,
I think they both could be wild card teams.
The backup quarterback for the Vikings got beat up and
Carson
robbed
Wentz.
and stuff. We should go send the National Guard over
the
there.
backup
Yeah,
guy. Yeah.
We should go. The Irish should send the National Guard to Dublin because it's out of control.
Dude, I don't think if I was an NFL player getting robbed in Dublin, I would be very, yes sir. What else? What can I do for you?
You want something else?
Yeah, I don't.
They all got knives.
I was about to say I don't.
They
don't want to
shoot
get
over there. They stick.
I don't want to get shanked in the mean streets of Dublin.
Yeah.
Seahawks 23, Cardinals 20. That was the Thursday night game last. You got to you got to put the Seahawks in the playoff category right now, 3-1.
Like I said,
and Sam Darnold is statistically the second best quarterback in the league behind Dak. It's crazy. It's a stupid league.
I want to throw that PFF
It's a stupid league.
auto AI crap right out the window.
I mean,
I can see three people from NFC West going.
Yeah, I
to the
could too.
playoffs.
I mean, San Fran, LA, Seattle, especially with the Packers splitting a tie instead of winning a game they should have won.
Yeah.
The NFC South, the Commanders might not make the playoffs. They don't look like a playoff team right now. I don't even have them.
They didn't have Jade. They didn't have Jaden.
They don't have Jaden Daniels, but
did they scratch out a win though?
No, they lose to the Falcons in the fringe category here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Falcons win that one 34-27. But before we get there, rest of the playoff category, what the hell, Giants? What was that? What was that in L.A.? Jackson Dart making his first NFL start, and he finds a way to get it done.
Dance.
Yeah, look, the Giants with Dart and Scattaboo.
It's bro culture over there, baby.
So much, and even Dabble at the top of it, like he is.
He's
seemingly
encouraging that.
Seemingly encouraging that, but obviously that game was more about the Chargers dropping a game to the Giants at home, and only putting 18 points on the board against that Giants team.
I don't know what's up with Ladd McConkey. He has been a non-factor this whole year. Quinn's been going off, Quinn Johnson, but they need to get Ladd McConkey involved. They can't continue, man. You know, Omarion Hampton.
He looks like a stud.
He looks like a stud, but you know, he's got to play 18 games, or 17 games. A lot of, college running backs get down towards the end of the year because they're not used to that much workload.
Yeah, once you get to that,
going against an SEC, going against Alabama every week defense.
In week 13, 14,
exactly.
15 throughout
especially if you go to the playoffs.
Second half, and even more so then you're playing.
So Herbert, they got to get McConkey involved.
What is it? You're playing 21 games now if you go to the Super Bowl? Yeah. Well, unless you get a first round bye, I guess. You're playing.
Calm down, James.
20,
CeeDee Lamb was injured.
20.
Thanks for the $2.
20 games or so. Elsewhere in the playoff category, you mentioned the NFC West might have 3 playoff teams. Well, the Rams dethroned Indiana Jones, finally gave the Colts a loss. They win that game
right at the end,
27-20. Yeah, I think the Rams.
Was it a pick six or what was it like?
I think the Rams are.
It was
good.
like a defensive TD that they got at the end. No.
Was that it was the late it was Atwell's big, it was like a 90-yard catch.
Yeah, the Atwell, yeah.
And
then Daniel Jones had a chance to go down and tie it. But yeah, that first play, well, let's throw a 75-yard bomb to Atwell, God They're not even running out the clock. Like, everybody thought they were going to run the ball, you know?
I still think, like, if you're a Texans fan, I have the Texans in the ass category, and we'll get to that in a second. But I still think they can catch the Colts in that division. I don't think the Colts are.
You're talking about a contender, like the LA Rams being a contender, and they just barely pulled off a win at home against Indiana Jones.
I'm still not sold. And I might be the last person.
When I said it was Temple of Doom, it was a good one.
Yeah.
But was it better than Raiders, and was it better than Last Crusade?
I was about to
No.
say, right now, I think I was calling them Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'll at least give them Last Crusade now.
No,
it's
no,
cheesy,
like no,
it's
they went
campy.
they went Temple of Doom. They look good.
That's the best one. No, the best one is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders is the first one.
Yeah, that's the best.
Second, it was the Last
Temple
Crusade.
of Doom is second. No. Last
With
Crusade.
Sean Connery.
Rewatch that.
Sean Connery.
Rewatch that.
I love that one.
It is so Hollywood campy,
I
cheesy.
know.
It's so Spielberg
All
is
of them
just
are Hollywood
self
campy,
is
cheesy.
just pleasuring himself throughout that whole movie. It's not good.
I
It's
love
not
Sean
as good
Connery.
as I love him too. I love him, but I don't think it holds
It was
up.
definitely a big budget one.
It doesn't big time,
Yeah.
big time. And you put Nazis in there, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's a great one because we
Well,
defeated
that was Raiders
the
of the
Nazis."
Lost Ark.
Yeah, but that was artfully done.
Artfully.
That's how you. That showed the true tug and pull of the geopolitical pressures of the time.
You burn them with Holy Magic Crusade. and
Last
stuff.
Crusade was very much a. Those are the bad guys. We're the
They
good guys.
basically did the
and
exact
we're-
same. We're going off on
Okay.
a spiel. Like, God.
Fringe.
but
Yeah, we're so
It was the
late.
same damn movie.
Oh, very, very different. Commanders lose to the Falcons 34-27. The Monday night games were awful.
Yeah, it was-
Broncos are still in the fringe category.
Bo Nix looked good.
He did, but they're 2-2.
They activated R.J. Harvey finally, even though J.K. Dobbins still looks good, which is like killing me. Like, I picked R.J. Harvey in like, what, 2 leagues, 3 leagues?
Yeah, maybe.
One
I mean,
and a-
eventually you might. I don't know. Dobbins looked real good though,
Yeah.
and he was cutting like
was
he did.
5-7 yards a carry, dude.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting 5 yards untouched. A
Yeah.
lot of it too, where he was, cutting
Dobbins
in the
looked
backfield.
good. Dobbins looked good over in Chargers last
Chargers,
year.
yeah, he's
Like,
fully. Again, though, his problem is at any
Staying
second
healthy.
it could snap.
Yeah.
And then we get to.
you're making me think of whatchamacallit, Najee Harris. At any time, it could just snap. Have you seen the slow-mo of his Achilles actually popping?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Like, come on, man.
We get to the final column in our weekly NFL recap, and this one we just label ass. And you might wonder exactly why we labeled this
Medusa.
column ass. So it started with, LG, you have these. It started with Cam Newton when a couple years ago, he was at one of these player camps that he does where it's high school kids or junior high kids. And, Cam's running a camp. He comes in, speaks at the end of camp. Well, one of the kids ran his mouth at Cam because this was when Cam was without a job. He had,
I remember that.
he was a free agent currently. And this kid kept yelling at Cam Newton, "No, you a free agent, you ass." This is what it said.
You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You're about to be poor.
You about to be poor.
You're about to be poor. I'm rich. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. I'm rich. He's a free agent.
Man, if I was that kid's parent, I would have
Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You ass. Talk to. Let me know
Because you ass. You a free, and you're like you said. All right, that's good. Like you said, I mean the parents.
Because I was like, you old enough to talk crap to me?
well,
You
I
old
mean,
enough to get slapped?
No,
I would have
words,
been like,
words are absolutely not physical.
and there needs to be repercussions, retaliation.
Public shaming. Like
Yeah.
if it's a kid,
I'm like,
under-
dude.
or you ask the kid
I
his
grab their
birthday.
shirt,
You ask
lift
him
him
his
up.
birthday, circle the date on the calendar, and then you go find him the day he turns 18. But until then, I think Cam handled it well. So originally, that was where the ass column came from because I just love that clip so much.
I'd have been like, I'm opening your mom's ass.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I guess we are past the 2 hour
There
mark.
goes the FCC.
But there definitely goes the so
Not
now
literally.
You saved it. You saved it. We're
Not
good
literally.
now. No, we're good now. So originally that was the clip that inspired it, but another Cam gave us an all-time quote after the Texans beat the Titans 26-0. Cam Ward, number 1 pick quarterback for the Titans, was asked to describe him and the team's play.
Everything from interception to a penalty to an incompletion by me, a bad ball. And then once we pass the 50, we just not continuing to drive. So, I mean, we keeping a buck right now. We ass. So we on for it. At this point, we got nothing to lose.
So that's that kid.
Quarter of our fucking games, and we yet
So-
to do anything. So we have to lock in.
If we're keeping it a
especially
buck,
myself,
we
yeah.
ask. But then even better, if you want, I think this is the one that's going to end up being the drop that we need because he was asked before. That was the elaboration of the original answer. The original answer was very straightforward and much less conversational. It was about a 6 seconds short and condensed version.
Ass.
How do you think you played personally? Ass. That's why this column is the ass column right there because of Cam Newton
We have the definition.
and Cam Ward.
The origin and the definition.
So Texans
of the
beat the
ass
Titans
columns,
26-0. Pats beat the Panthers 42-13. We don't spend any time on ass on this show, metaphorically. Now your mom's ass, we might. Bears beat the Raiders 25-24, and then the other Monday
Lady
night
Captain
game.
is a saint.
Dolphins.
Mama Captain's a saint.
Dolphins get their first win and keep the Jets winless. They win 27-21.
My mom was a hippie. She used to walk around in her underwear around my friends. I'm like, man, put your ass away.
Yeah, that can't be allowed.
And it wasn't
That's-
anything to be proud of. She just had no shame.
No, that can't be allowed.
So here we go. Let's run through them real quick. Chat-tizzles. They had Seahawks over the Cardinals. Check. Vikings over Steelers. X. Bills over Saints. Check. Texans over Titans. Check. Lions over Browns. Check. Falcons over Commanders. Check.
Oh, it had Falcons over Commanders. Okay.
Eagles over Bucks. Check. Patriots over Panthers. Check. Chargers over Giants. X.
Okay, 2
Niners
losses.
over Jags. X. Rams over Colt. Check. Raiders over Bears.
Oh,
X. Or was
4. That's 4 misses.
Yeah. Chiefs over Ravens. Check. Cowboys over Packers.
We can't even count that. It had Cowboys over Packers. Oh, I remember this.
It's got some mental issues on this one. This one's racist.
Careful, it's AI and Workday. Remember, it's the
Yeah,
inaugural
so
one.
X. Dolphins over Jets. Check. And then your how do you say it? The Cincinnati
That would be the Bengals.
over the Broncos.
Oh, so it missed 5.
Yeah.
So,
I
11
think
and 5.
I think week 3 they missed 4. This one they missed 5.
You better not start getting any ideas of using AI to make
I
your
will
picks
never.
because as you mentioned, you
I don't
did
think this
go.
doesn't get the
the
point
spreads.
spread.
That's just heads up. Okay.
Yeah.
So I picked Cowboys. You picked Packers. That's 1 for me. We both picked Niners. None for either. Both picked Bucks. None for either. I picked Chiefs. You picked Ravens. Chiefs covered. That's 2 for me.
That was my long shot.
I picked Rams, and you picked Colts, and the Rams covered. So that gave
Indiana
me
Jones should have.
a 3-win week compared to your 0 for 5, which now makes the overall record after 2 weeks 5-3 in my favor.
Yes, this week has been the past couple of days have been a little rough from the Cap. You know, from Tampa letting the freaking.
I'm really
Blue
worried
Jays
about
win.
you Thursday. if the Yankees are playing a game 3
Don't
and the
think
Niners,
the FCC is gonna.
I need-
like Thursday.
we might just need to put a blow up doll or something in the chair so you can watch in the living room and just pop in and out. And LG and I will do a show.
Every time I get mad, I just gotta put the doll right back in there. I'm like, I'm good. I gotta
Exactly. We might need
I
to.
don't burn heaters, but I'm like,
We might need to come up with some kind of stand-in. Do you have? I think you just disconnected something.
oh, did I?
Do you have LG? Do you have the super chats? What are we?
Uh oh, you wiggled it.
What are we hitting there?
It's fine.
Yeah, we good now?
What are we hitting super chat wise? Did we get any come in through the show?
Yeah, we got to most of them.
Oh, okay. We
So
shouted them out.
So I'd like to thank James who got a W on for me. Lonnie with a big $10 from Arizona. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lonnie.
$5 from Josh Hudson for salivating in my sorrow from the Yankees. $2 from Royce. Man, all y'all, man. You act like I give you gold on here, and all you do is just twist the knife.
Well, look,
You
if
twist the knife on me.
keep twisting the knife. If that's worth a super chat, please keep sending them in. Let's close out with some lightning round before we go too much longer. How about just a quick Super Bowl halftime show expectations? We got Bad Bunny announced,
An American.
and Ken, he is an American because
He's an American. Can you hear me?
Puerto Rico. Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Puerto Rico is a province.
It's our territory.
Territory. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
we throw paper towels
Province
at 'em.
is Canada. Oh, yes, that's right. And Ken Paxton had hot opinions about it, too. He wanted them to replace it. Just get Jason Aldean up there.
Oh, like what was it? Oh, they won a Dolly Parton. I don't know if that was a fake or because you can't believe anything on social media.
Dolly's not. Dolly's
No,
barely
they
doing.
wanted like a whole slew of country people, but they didn't want it to be like a political statement. And
Sure.
stuff.
I
It
saw
is,
Metallica. A lot of people wanted Metallica because it's in San Francisco.
yeah.
And so, I mean, fitting with Metallica's,
Yeah.
original home, original scene.
We'll see what Bad Bunny. I see if I can understand any of his lyrics.
Oh, you won't, but it'll.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm sure it'll be widely accepted by everyone, and there won't be any grifting based off of the performance
How
whatsoever.
do you go from blackballing a person that's trying to stand up for social justice to just having Kendrick Lamar come on and just
because nothing
do
matters.
political
because
statement,
nothing
and then Bad
matters.
Bunny's going to do political statement
because nothing
and
matters.
it's like it's not consistent at all.
Because
like
capitalism-
I'm for consistency. Man.
Capitalism doesn't thrive on consistency. Capitalism
man,
decides
it
on
just-
opportunistic,
It kills me, man. It kills me.
opportunistic decisions.
All right, hit me, LG. NBA bans jersey swaps with Grady Dick.
Oh no, is that real? You can't. That has to be fake. They cannot.
know, but I
They
wanna-
cannot tell.
I want to protest this.
I think you're getting ball sacked. That can't be real. You can't tell one of your players
because they
that.
keep on putting the thing. So Dick.
Of course, yes. I mean, obviously, when you have a name like Grady Dick, you've dealt with the same jokes your entire life.
mean-
you can't have the league's gotta
Like Dick
Also-
Jefferson. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%. Also, I thought Adam Silver said it's a league based on highlights and social media content. What that does big numbers. Dick does big numbers on social media.
But, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
All right.
it also wouldn't surprise me because the NBA's terribly run. Hit me, LG. I'm going to save most of them for Thursday since we're already going so late. So if you have one more, line it up.
I'll go with all my Aaron Judge facts.
Oh yes, we got to have the Aaron Judge.
We gotta have the Aaron Judge. Okay, Aaron Judge.
The Aaron Judge
Here goes
stats,
one.
no one asked for.
24 go-ahead home runs, most in MLB.
Is that from this season?
Yeah, from this season alone.
That's pretty good.
All right, and then
So almost half of his were go-ahead homers.
and then for the Kyle Raleigh and Aaron Judge, this is all about the MVP. Back in 2017 season, when they gave it to Altuve because they said, well, what about his batting average? Judge led in WAR, RBIs, home runs, like 52 to 24 home runs, 114 to 81, OBP, slugging, OPS plus, but the what was it? The batting average was 284 versus 346. And they gave the MVP to Altuve. I rest my case.
Yeah.
It is Judge's MVP to win. And then plus
I got bad news for you, man.
The entire MLB in 2025, the entire MLB is going to set the record for the fewest batters in the season to record a 315 batting average.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
There's one, and that's Aaron Judge, and there's no other.
Yeah, see, that's where the game is. I wish we still saw some, higher hitting average guys, but also if you don't have any pop, like that's the problem. Guys used to be able to hold down an MLB roster if you hit 9 home runs, but you hit 317.
I mean, look at
now that's not worth it
Trevor
anymore.
Story got 25 home runs and less than 100 RBIs, and he led the Red Sox and all that stuff. But in the last 15 games, Judge hit 447, 8 home runs, 13 RBIs, 606 OPP, 1,000 slugging, 1.606 OPS.
Oh, good thing that led to his team
20
winning
base
the
on
division.
balls, led the league.
And that's how we're going to end it with
I will
Aaron
keep going.
Judge stats.
I will keep going.
With Aaron
MVP,
Judge.
Aaron Judge. We're going to beat the Red Sox.
LG, kill his mic. That's enough Yankees talk. Back Thursday night. If you missed Andy's show from Friday, go listen to the podcast. Cap, tell the people how to find you.
The Captain's Chair on Instagram and Twitter.
Find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
Friday night.
Friday night, return of LG's house. We will be back Thursday night, though. Till then, y'all be good. Peace.